I have a couple of thoughts for you, some synergy, and we'll see what else happens. We'll see what happens to the people's pendulum. Find out what's next. Hi, everybody. It is Saturday, and this is Black Spring with Autumn on your Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you that are not sure if you're coming in, I really appreciate you for considering coming in to this segment of the show. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are doing well out there on your Saturday. And thank you for coming in for this edition of Fill Her Up. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I want to just have a little chat with you before we get going, because I do have a couple of liners, not to worry. I always have something for you on this channel. But before we do that, we're going to give a thanks to our patrons, subscribers, and of course, the viewers like yourself. We'll be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Marcy T., Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back right after this. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And hello to Marcy T. Marcy T, you made it in. I'm so happy that you made it in. Thank you so much for all that you do to support this lowly channel over here at Black Spring with Autumn. So I have a couple of things that I have been wanting to talk about, and I just kind of want to talk about them in jest, but I'm kind of back. I don't want to say backpedaling. I'm not backpedaling. I'm kind of going backwards. I want to talk a little bit about campaigns here. I want to talk about what I think that I want to talk about a couple of things where I think there's a synergy. I think there's a merging of two campaigns going on right now, but they're both built on fear, which, for instance, and they might ding me for this, but we're going hard. We're going in today. I think that CV-19 was vastly built on a lot of the fear behind that is as strong or similar to that of the AIDS crisis. So I think there's a synergy. I think that there's two things happening here. I think that they've kind of combined the power or the massage, the indoctrination or the fear from COVID, which is, and the fear of COVID and the fear of AIDS are very similar. But I still think the fear of AIDS might be number one, or as some people might refer to it as the monster. Okay. So, and I've heard some people I've heard one person on YouTube, and I don't know where he got that from, but I think it's the same thing. He refers to CV-19 as COVID. Now think about that. When you think about COVID, and you drop that A in there, you got COVID. Yeah. And I think there's two camp there. It's built off the same fear campaigns. They're driven by fear. That's what keeps it alive. They can keep both of them alive. They can keep both of these things alive. They can control people. And I don't think this thing is over. And I said that, I maintain that, and I truly believe that this situation is not over, but not by a long shot. I'm subconsciously doing it. It's not over, not by a long stretch. Okay. So, and I'm saying that because a dear friend of mine, which I think she happens to be in the chat, she mentioned I had seen Prince Harry talking about HIV testing, about knowing your status and how important it was to do so. And some people might argue, oh, well, he's just continuing his mother, Princess Diana's legacy. But you see, I tell you about how it seems that our life, our society, we're on a loop. It seems like we kind of keep looping these same themes. We're looping the same things over and over again. Whether it's a disease, I think the climate crisis is a new one, is one that they just keep rebranding it. Okay, it's not new. They used to talk about litter bug and the ozone layer and all these things, but it's in a recycle. They're just recycling these things. So I kind of want to have a look at. I want to look back at an article in which Prince Harry, they're talking about, basically they're telling people, of course, knowing your status, and it's just as important as, it's for other people. Okay. Know your status. And it's like, to me, it's like a massaging of the brain, a massaging of the mind, getting these people prepared, getting people, the masses, prepared to accept something that I think is coming. I think that something is coming down the pike, or it's already been done. It's the evils that men do have already been done. So they need to massage you into, they need to work on you with what they use one disease to massage you to accept another one, or to make you a permanent big pharma customer. I think that's what the deal is. And that's what I think. If they can get the entire world population stuck on big pharma, then that's another a complex, an industrial complex, right? A pharmaceutical industrial complex worldwide. And you will also be probably controlled by the resources, controlled. They've got to keep you on the teat. They got to make you feel like you are it's demanded of you. We demand, and we're going to control you based on your health status. Yes, it's just permanent. I mean, you just keep, because we've already said there's another Rooster-Roo coming out in the fall. So why I think it's just so sad to see people think that there's some normality that they're going to resume. I mean, I think, what did I read? That the cost of cereal was up. I mean, okay, I've been rambling a little bit, but yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that I've been thinking about that for a while. So I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to look at that article about Prince Harry. And, I think everyone loved Diana, and I don't think they really even knew what was behind. I just don't know. Many people, some of these generations, they don't really understand how long some of these campaigns have been around, but they just kind of keep looping them in and out. When one dies down, they ramp up another one, and then this one is back. Okay, this one is back, but it's under the guise of, they're going to slip it in. And can you imagine the people being angry? People being angry, but people refuse to read. They refuse to educate themselves. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I mean, shout out to Uncool Paranoia. She did a great piece. If you guys aren't familiar, if you're not on over there, I don't know what you're doing. Go over there and see Uncool Paranoia's channel. She pulled out some of the pieces that I wanted to pull out, but I was trying to pull them out, in a little bit of just slightly different way. But I do think that COVIDs is quite fitting. They got common denominator there, There's a common denominator there, and it's fear. It's fear. Which one's stronger? Now that is the one, and I think they can get anybody. If they can get you on fear, they can get you to do anything, even be a permanent customer, right? You'll be a permanent customer. So we're going to go ahead and start on today's stream. We're going to go back into a little bit of the pain at the pump. I want to explain the inspiration for this graphic here. This actually came from a friend of mine who actually is a truck driver. And let's get started on that. I'm going to put the people's pendulum out, and yeah, let us hear from you from the people's pendulum. I'm going to be putting that out for you. And then we're going to get started. And also we're going to be having a closer look at the food. We talked about the food the last time, but I'm going to go ahead and put this out here for you. All right, speak up. You've got pain at the pump. Speak up. Now that is a diesel fuel one way. I think my friend was on. He sent this to me last night. Pain at the pump. Speak up. And then any other. Yeah, like what's the cost of cereal? It's the cost of cereal. I'm hearing like the wheat products. There's also a fantastic article that talks about this war and what it will do to food. Okay, so we got a couple of things to come on to deal with in here today. Let's see. Give me just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and get going here with this one. Yeah, we have a piece out of the summitnews.com that how war will cause, quote, hell on earth for global food prices. So that's what I'm saying. Check out your General Mills or whoever you shop with, and let us know what that is. So we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to rev this thing up. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And looky, who do we have here? We've got Marcy T. It's Marcy T. Thank you so much, Marcy T, for coming in.
How are you, young lady? That was being
Marcy. You are. I mean, I need your theme music to come in here. Marcy T's theme music to come in. All right, Marcy T, how are you?
Well, girl, I decided I was not going to keep beating my own self up over this stuff. There's nothing I can do. I'm just one lady. And
three times a lady.
And I went into a short but intense sort of depression because I didn't know what to do. But I've decided I'm coming out swinging. I know what to do, and it's not ever to shut this up because somebody's got to do it. And nobody wants to except for you and I and all the other people that are on here doing this, right? So yes. we don't have the option to say, no, we can't. And we do it at the extreme nature of losing everyone in our family, in our lives, in our jobs, in every way, shape, or form. But we're not going to let it get us. We're not going to shut up, and that's it. So I'm here. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. And you look really, I love the colors going on there. You look vibrant.
Put on a springy outfit because I've been wearing black. Tell me I wasn't going in mourning.
Now you want to hear the truth from a woman that's wearing a shirt that says Anti-Marxist Social Club?
Yeah, I sure do.
But you look, oh wow, Marcy T. Well, you look fabulous.
Me too. I need a t-shirt like that.
Well, I appreciate. I'll tell you where you can get one from after. I'll tell you for sure. But yeah, but Marcy, I'm telling you, it's not only is it therapy, but we have to talk about these things. I am compelled to talk about these things. I am compelled to share information, or at least kind of help those who, some people don't mind being led to the truth.
Yes. And that's who we talk to now.
And some people don't know that they don't know that they don't know the truth.
Exactly.
So that's why I think it's quite compelling that we have to keep these things going here. So,
you know, I just want to say, Autumn, you're on fire. I know you got bit by that white rabbit taking you down that trail. And I mean, it's exciting to watch because you never come off that trail. Just remember that. So when you think you got it, you're going to keep going down further and further.
Wow, Marcy, that's I love it. It's empowering. It's empowering for you to say that. Yes, because I just did a little chatty do here before we get started, because we're going to talk about these food prices. We're going to talk about the meat, the vegan, all these alternatives that are coming out. We're going to talk about how you're going to start to see the trend in which you're seeing people are offering. They're offering 2 vegan or 2 meatless choices and 1 meat. And you might not even want that 1 meat choice might be so bad. You're going to go.
What are you talking about, like at restaurants?
Yes, restaurants. Where not necessarily movie theaters, but anything that you're paying a service, anything that's a service-based places where either you pre-order the meal, whether it's cruise liners. I'm talking about these. We're going to, normally this would be a travel season, but Marcy, I don't think people are going to be traveling like that this summer. I don't. But you're going to get a meatless choice.
Yeah, gas today here or yesterday was $4.25. Last week it was what do I want to say it was? It was like $2.25, and it went up in a week. What about next week? Is it going to be $8.50?
Marcy,
and then in the stores, some things are there, but a lot of things aren't there. And it's you get to the counter and you only have a few items that said 3 for $1, and you find out that $40, please. And you're like, what? I didn't even buy nothing.
Yeah. Even like I was watching something, or somebody was talking about hamburgers that they had gone to. I don't know if it was the Burger King or someplace. And I think she said she only got 1 burger and it came out to like $15 or something. Like, I don't know whether she didn't say whether she got a combo or she just got the hamburger or the sandwich, but I'm telling you, things are going to be like, to me, this is night and day difference already, is what I will say. It looks like I'm buffering a little bit, but we're fine. But yeah, the cost of everything is it's gonna be a journey. And I think, and this is my tip for you guys. I heard somebody else do a tip. Her tip is slightly different than mine. I say don't let your tank go down below the halfway point. Even when I go on long haul trips, cross country trips, at the halfway point, I fill up, because at that point you're only doing so much. You might be doing 15. A halfway point might be the difference between 15 versus what's on the other side of that needle, which brings you to 20, 25, 30. Now I was able to do that on a 4-cylinder engine coming from the deep South and going to California a few years ago. But with these prices, people are going to have to plan. You're going to have to plan your gas bill like a grocery bill, or because you got to have it, right? We're all hooked on gas. We got to have it. And then I want to talk to you guys also about what's being, but we're saying bye to the Moscow Mule. The nations are banning Russian vodka. That's not the only thing that they're banning, okay? That's not the only thing. We're going over to freight waves a couple of times to snag a few there. But
I mean, beyond ridiculous. Like, come on. This is Trump on a world stage now. Remember how everything was Trump's fault when he was running?
But some people are
Oh
still
my
saying
God,
that.
I was so sick of that. And now Putin's boogeyman now. Trump gave him his hat, and he's the boogeyman now. He's the fault of all.
They don't want to talk about economy. They don't want to talk about,
Yeah, and that's Putin's fault too.
Literacy. My dad used to use the word illiteracy. Like that. In this case, I'm going to apply illiteracy is the blame. Your ignorance is based on illiteracy, but yeah, that's all I keep hearing.
Closing your mind, first of all. You got to close that mind to get this crazy. Hi.
Hi, Marty Lauderdale. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Two Hats is here. Marty Lauderdale says, I'll be listening. Got to walk my dog. BBS. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Marty Lauderdale. And nice to see you, Two Hats. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who's on the screen, please ask somebody. It's Marcy T. Thank you so much, Marty Lauderdale. But yes, so I was talking about, I think there is a synergy between, they figured out a way to merge COVID and AIDS. So we'll hats off to
you don't know how close
COVID.
To the truth you are with that, what you said, because my research has brought me that they're just like this together. Okay.
Honestly,
even more.
But it's, you got to get
similarities together soon. It's going to come out.
Well, but people have been, there are some banging guns, some big gun content creators out there. And I think we're all on that same hot trail. And like I said, they might try to strike me for saying that today, but I do think that there is a shared fear, a similarity in the fear. But once they get you hooked on something, you notice all the commercials that have come out. Like, why? It's a campaign, and it keeps coming back. And I talked about,
if you go read Mein Kampf, Hitler, it's right in that book, written then, and he told you exactly. I forgot the name of the propaganda, but it's repeat, refuse to not repeat. When someone calls you out, and the bigger the lie, the better. And if someone calls you out, never, ever, ever admit you.
See, I think they're messing with us right now. I think they're messing. They're screwing around.
Somebody to pick on. This is what's going on with Pootie Toot there. It's the tactics. You don't learn from history. You're doomed to repeat it. And then you're going to sit there and wonder. Here's what I heard too. These people are going to sit there, and until it affects them personally, then and only then, when it's the end, they're going to sit there and go, how did we let this happen? You just go, What do you mean? For 2 years now, we've been screaming. Have we not? This is something else you kept saying. This isn't what it appears to be. That's not real. That doesn't make any sense. All the stuff that we've been saying for the past 2 years, and some of us longer than this.
Right.
I woke up and I've been studying a good 12 years straight. That's why I know what I know. But see, I had to wake up first. I had to drop my own pride and self thinking I knew what I thought I knew because I had a couple degrees down my back, you know?
That's it.
Yeah, it's like, what did I learn? Their lies? So I got a bachelor's degree in bullshit lies. And it wasn't until I studied on my own is when I got a PhD. Mm-hmm.
That, see, self-education. You know that you did your research, and you know that that's how you educate yourself. You know,
and it was proven in here. That way, nobody can tell me any different.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I think you're smoking. Okay, you're searing right now. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about you're searing. You're blazing right now. That's why I talk about reading being so fundamental, because you kind of get to play things out in you're familiar with your own speaking voice. You know that better than anybody. So when you speak, when you read something, whether you read it silently or whether you read it out loud, you're at a huge advantage because you control it. You're in control of how that information is processed versus somebody bringing it to you. I can tell you something about an article, but when you read it and read it for yourself, it's like it's yours. It became yours when you read it for yourself.
The key is, Autumn, I think, is you want to know. It's all up to you. You have the fire inside you to know the truth, and nothing can stop you. Because that's fire. That's what's on you right now. I see it.
Well, I'm trying not to burn it down. Don't burn myself down, because there's so many people that are, what was it? Shout out to Derek C. Williams if you're within the sound of my voice, because Derek C. Williams talked about he was on Media Bear. Media Bear is another great YouTube channel. He said, you gotta play. What did he say? He had a phrase where he said, you gotta play dumb with the sheeple. Sometimes you got to do that.
You also have to learn how to speak the language of them, right? Now, I'm not saying it like that, them, like I'm pointing fingers or anything, because I'm not. But my son, Christopher, one time we were talking, me and him, and he had a friend over. And Chris said something about, that dude was a hermit. And his friend looked at him and said, "What's a hermit?" Chris thought and knew the kid wasn't that well up here. He was kind of on the lower thinking level, whatever. Yeah. Good kid, though. Nothing. I wasn't cutting him down. But Chris goes, he thought for a minute. He goes, a hermit is that likes to chill all by himself. And kid went like this. Oh, okay. Because he understood that language, right?
Right.
A hermit is someone that wants to be all alone and hang out by themselves. That's the truth. But you got to speak in the language that
they you got to meet them where they are. And that's why I don't mind on here. That's why I like to share information, because sometimes you may not be where I am, but I can still learn something from where you are. You might pick me up from where I am.
You got to go back. You got to go from the past to the middle to the future and pull it all together somehow to see, okay, now it's like, it's something else. And you're absolutely correct. And older people, not me though, because I grew up and I'm not like that anymore. They don't think younger people have anything to teach them. And I'm here to tell you right now, every single day that I'm with my granddaughters, they're baby girls. I learned something from them, and I have. So never think you know it all. Never be prideful with what you know, because there's always someone that's going to teach you something.
Right. And that's why that's one of the greatest things about being a student, and then being, when it comes full circle, the student becomes the teacher. And I think that's very factual. And it's just, it's very practical. So what I want to do is I want to talk about this thing with Prince Harry. I wanted to talk about it when I first heard it, but I kind of put it off. I said, let me see. How soon will it be before this thing gets ramped up? And
I forgot about Diana.
Yes.
Thank you for that reminder. When you said
that's my mother's work. That's our mother's work.
She sure was.
So I'm just wondering, I'm just beginning to wonder, did she know more than they were willing to, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, of course the media, they want, oh, she's the people's princess and da 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 da. But what's the truth? What's the real truth? Okay.
The truth is, it's a big club, and you ain't getting in it unless you got the blue blood background and you're down with Droopy D.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Okay, you're killing me. Hello, Zero the Infinite. Thank you so much for coming in. So as you can see, pictured on the screen here, let's have a little chatty do here. This comes from theguardian.com. All right, so this is Prince Harry get tested for HIV to protect others in the what way? In
Oh
the
my God! No way! This is ridiculous.
It's smoking hot, right? Smoldering. So I'm going to roll it down here. Let's see what else have we got here.
Oh my gosh.
Now he looks a little bit happy ear to ear here. Duke of Sussex
Yeah,
says,
he probably got paid a lot.
okay, according to this, the Duke of Sussex has urged people to, quote, know your status, end quote. Because isn't that what we're doing every day, every time you go? Have you been around somebody with it? Have you known? You got to know it all day, every day, Marcy. And at 10 o'clock, I want you to check your status. I want you to, we're going to have a COVID watch. Check your status at 10 o'clock. Check your status at 11. Check your status at 12. Know your status, Marcy T.
Every hour on the hour, I make sure I check my status.
Marcy, you got the commercial. You ready? So here it is. And get tested for HIV. For HIVs. Let's call it HIVs. Okay. Get tested for HIVs. Saying he hopes to carry on his mother's work. He hopes to carry on his mother's work to help eradicate stigma and misunderstanding surround the virus. Okay, so there you go. They got to soften you up.
Another misunderstanding.
Okay. He told former Welsh rugby captain Gareth Thomas, who lives with HIV, that there had been a huge change with people openly talking about the condition in the 35 years after his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, opened the first AIDS unit at Middlesex Hospital in London. But more must be done to make progress towards the UK goal of ending new HIV cases. You see what I'm saying? There's your campaign. Your HIV cases by 2030. Everything is in lockstep, Marcy T, with the 2030 agenda. What does that tell you? You've heard 2030 before, right? We've all been hearing about what's so
it used
special
to be
about
called
2030?
20, or it used to be Agenda 21.
Yes.
So they did it in 21 and then switched it up to 30 because they had other things for us.
Marcy, you see what I'm saying? It's like these are all campaigns, but at what length are they willing to go to achieve? What are they? How are they going to do that? Okay,
they think it's worth it. Madeleine Albright said it under Bush 1, I think. She was under one of the Bushes in the war, and someone, Cookie Robertson, asked her about killing 1 million Iraqi children. She says, was it worth it? And Madeleine Albright went, yes, we think it was worth it. So what's 1 million children dead? They're going to go all the way. Is your mic on, honey?
my bad. But I know my status, okay? All right, so
good. You better check it when you were gone from the screen. You better have been checking.
I was checking it right then. I was checking it like my sugar. Checking it often.
What's my heart monitor saying?
Okay, here it is. In a video conversation released online to mark the National HIV Testing Week, Harry said he had been influenced by the suffering caused by the virus during visits to Lesotho and Botswana. Quote, add in fact that my mom's work was unfinished. I feel obligated to try and continue that as much as possible. I can never fill her shoes, especially in this particular space, what she did, what she stood for, and how vocal she was on this issue, end quote. He said, when Harry took an HIV test in 2016, the live broadcast contributed to a 500% increase in the number of people requesting a test on the Terrace Higgins Trust website.
Bunch of clowns.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Look at it. But you know that song by Robbie? I can't think of his name. He says, we've got stars directing our fate.
Yeah.
And we pray it's not too late. And we know we're falling from grace.
See, they sing it to us and we sing and dance to their baloney. Here's the thing. Harry said it was abandoned. So from how many years has it been abandoned? And he chooses right now, today, in this day and age, to do that, to carry the torch. So this is okay, sure. Really? Harry, you been doing this 20 years? Were you?
It's 35 years. They said, oh my gosh. Hang on a second. I'm so sorry
He
about this.
could have been doing it since he was 18, and he decides to do it right now during the whatever, all this, you know what. It's like there's a reason for it, believe it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this stuff just keeps popping up. It's on a cycle, okay? Because it's like they celebrate, when they talk about Princess Di, they don't really talk. They do a little one-liner in the past about, and her work in Africa. They never said that out of all his marriage and all this, his, hysteria and all this stuff about Harry and William, they have not talked about that legacy of their mother. They have not until now. What is significant about right now? Because it's opportune. It's opportune. It's very auspicious because of COVID.
Because never let a good crisis go to waste, Rahm Emanuel.
So sad that people cannot see. So I'm wondering if the campaigns are going to become, or they're going to intensify with what he's doing, if he's going to be coming to the States and talking to Americans like that.
You know about Autumn, this, and then they go get a blood test and it's a positive for Princess Di's cause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing that, people don't want to see. Hello, AZ and Fidel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. It's, I'm beginning to wonder, was Princess Di, I don't know, was she a part of the machine?
You gotta be. You can't be married to the crown prince of England and not be part of it. No matter what they say. They make up all these stupid fictions.
Well,
Mark Zuckerberg was this pitiful college boy. He was just a little baby boy in college, nothing, and he come up with this. Now he's a billionaire. Liars.
Oh my gosh, Marcy T. Well, you know what? But here's again. So how close? So what's the difference between? I don't know. Should we? I mean, we're talking about skill gates. Skill gates.
Kills with skills. Him.
Skill Gates and Princess Diana. Are you telling me they both shared the same campaign? What was she doing? I'm just saying, like, this is welcome to Conspiracy Theater Saturday. Welcome. Because she did lots of visits to Africa.
Elton John in there, remember? They were best friends, Elton John and her. And he was like the spokesman for that.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just going back in time, just to say, you see them, everybody's holding a little African baby.
Oh,
back in the day, and you got a crying baby.
Virtue signaling.
Yeah. I mean, but
Well,
when you
how
think
about
about it,
the children that they do adopt like this, and then they come out when the kid's about 12. Oh, my daughter decided she's a boy now.
who is that? Charlize Theron, or
Her too,
she? I'm
but
just
all of
saying.
them do it.
I know I cannot stand to see these kids come out, these cause kid adoptions, these cause kid importations.
Yep,
You know,
Jolie, Madonna.
but
There's
you never hear anything about those kids
It's like the
in their
kids are
development.
probably slaves to these
Right, like it's like a human.
every whim, because they're part so-called of the fan. It's crazy. This world's crazy.
So I think even what's her name, Sandra
Yep.
Bullock. She's adopted some black kid and telling him about wearing a hoodie, but she won't tell him anything. She won't tell him anything about his own background, but she can tell him about what that one all occasion white man gonna do to you.
These people are.
They're something else, but but everybody loves them. Oh, she's a celebrity. It must be true. Everything she says, we gotta believe it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to switch gears. Now we're going to go over to let's go over and talk about. I don't know. Is anybody shopping? Is anybody's grocery bill ticking up? Like at the pump? I mean, I don't know. Do you guys shop? Do you guys go to the store once a week, or do you shop for food when you cook, or what do you do? What do you do, Marcy T?
Well, usually I go for a week or two, and it's been steadily going up. And there's some products there in abundance, and then there's others that's not there at all. So, and this is just the beginning. So a long time ago, I knew they were going to take everything away. So I got off of all of their medications, number one. And then number two is I started like fasting, so I didn't have the big appetite. So when this time came, I'd be kind of, already had practiced for it, so to speak. But a lot of people didn't do this.
Brilliant.
A lot of people didn't do this. So what is going to happen is there's going to be a lot of really growling bellies out there, and they're going to start taking to the street. And you're going to go to the store and people are going to get mugged, and it's just going to keep elevating. We have got to stop this somehow. I don't know.
Oh my God, Marcy, you're absolutely right. See, you're saying exactly what I think I've heard other people say. Like, when your belly hits that spine, these people are going to be miserable because they haven't stored anything up. Right.
And then crying, starving kid at home, a baby that you can't counsel because they're infant, you're going to go steal some food from somebody.
Right. Exactly. So speaking of that, we're going to pivot. We're going to use that to pivot ourselves over to this article on about this war and how the war is driving things, driving the food prices. To me, it's going to contribute to famine and starvation is what I want to
say. Perpetrated upon us too. None of this, it's all contrived. Every last single bit of it. Everything they're squawking out of their mouth has been contrived. And that's why they're squawking so loud. Sorry.
No.
I'm sick of it. And
I know.
Just started.
So here it is. This is coming out of Summit.news, and it says, this is their economy section. It says, war will cause, quote, hell on earth, end quote, for global food prices.
And what's that do to people, Autumn? People that don't know anything.
Yeah,
you're gonna have hell on earth, George. Did you hear it? I just saw it on the TV.
Oh God. Hey, who was it that said, was it a president that said, which president that said that people won't, was it Reagan that said that people won't believe things unless they see it on TV? Is that correct? I need to see
I
that.
didn't know how irritatingly real that was.
You said irritatingly real. So yeah, so let's grab it. We're going to scoop that one back up again. Okay. So let's see where they're coming from on this. Okay. World headed for, quote, catastrophic global food crisis. Okay.
See,
Look
and then they use
where they
all
are.
big words. That's scary.
Right. Catastrophic. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the section that he's in. Hint. Is that pasta? Is that pasta that he's in? Is that gonna kind of the wheat?
I
the
thought
big
that
bad.
was a bread aisle.
But I'm seeing it looks like some penne pasta over here. It is. So you got it. How convenient is that? You're in the bread/pasta section with your calculator, and it ain't quite zero yet. Okay. So here we go. According to this, the world is heading for a, quote, catastrophic, end quote, global food crisis as a result of the war in Ukraine, which will cause, quote, hell on earth, end quote, for food prices, according to experts. Okay, where are they? Quote, half the world's population gets food as a result of fertilizers. We talked about that on one of my mobile
streams. Russia.
Yeah, and then also, North Korea has asked their own people to use their own
Yucko, man.
Yeah, they've asked them to use their own self-fertilizer to help them curb the problem. Okay.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Hello, alien believers.
This is on Clown Town on overtime.
Clown time on overtime. Okay. It says that if that's removed from the field for some crops, the yield will drop by 50%. Sven Tor Holsether, head of agri company Yara International, told the BBC. Known as, quote, the breadbasket of Europe, end quote, Russia and Ukraine export around a quarter of the world's wheat and half of its sunflower products, such as seeds and oil.
Oh, quote, my God.
For me, it's not whether we are moving into a global food crisis, it's how large the crisis will be, end quote, said Holsether, noting that increasing gas prices were causing a steep rise in the cost of fertilizer. I would say to that, and why don't you add not whether we are moving into a global food crisis, how long before we're on E? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like are they going to pull the plug on the gas? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what's our reserve look like? Are we 90 days?
You know what? All they got to do is turn the spigot on. They got all these people over here in the West that they laid off. That Keystone pipeline that Bitten turned off. Turn it back in. There's our oil. But he's saying he's tapping to the reserves. Why would you do that? Unless you're trying to destroy a country. Instead of turning the spigot on, I'm not no smarter than nobody else here. I'm no war general. But I'm sure since we have gas production plants all over in America, that's all and a bunch of people will go back to work too. And you want to tap into the reserves. It's bad, isn't it?
It is, but you can thank all of the supporters of the BitFit Biden. Thank all of his supporters, and they're on mute right now. If you notice, they're not talking about any of this. They're complaining, but they won't say anything about. It's like, are you guys really that deficient in economics, or is this about pride? It's probably both.
Pride.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're ignorant. Plus,
yeah, it's pride. But I don't know. Maybe they got like when they put their guns on to peek at their bit fit, bit unfit. He's a bit unfit.
Right. I mean,
what do they see? All I see is he can't even speak.
No,
he can't. Sentence.
No, he can't. But they would rather have him then but here's the thing. That what I will say, I'll say,
I don't
you
want
notice that Trump left and you have your shelves are bare, you can barely afford your gas. Does anybody really think this is all? But to him, he told you what he was going to do. He told you what he was going to do. And all they talk about all day is Putin, Putin, Putin. So let's go to the bar right now. Let's check out what's happening with the Moscow Mule. How about that? Is that okay?
Let's go.
Marcy sounds so excited.
Let's go.
Oh, hang on. We're gonna finish our wheat and half of the world's half of the production of wheat and sunflower products. I like sunflower.
Yeah, wow, what a surprise, huh? They didn't know if they had a war over there that would happen. What did they?
No. So we'll do this one. I'll play this little clip here. It says, quote, for me, no. We're here. It says David Beasley, the head of the World Food Program, was, if anything, even more pessimistic with his comments. Quote, just when you think hell on earth can't get any worse, it does. End quote, he said.
Third time they said that on him.
I know, they just keep dropping. They keep dropping catastrophic. And
that's a spell.
You're right.
3 times it's a spell. They want you to know hell on earth, hell on earth.
Right. That's what
I mean.
No, I love it.
One with me in class, I'd be.
Oh my God, I would be in detention. I'm like, yeah. I tell my teacher, there's no place I'd rather be than in detention, sitting next to Marcy.
With
Send us both. Send us both right now. Okay, here's David Beasley's comments on Twitter. He says the bullets and bombs and hashtag Ukraine could take the global hunger crisis into what levels? Ladies, catastrophic levels. Supply chains and food prices will be dramatically impacted at
dramatically too.
WFP's operational cost alone will rise by 60 to 75 million per month. Simply put, higher cost equals less food and more hunger. I want somebody. Where are we in the good book?
I'm standing here in Ukraine.
Okay, so you guys want to hear this? I'm going to let you hear this little narrative here. Okay, so let's get back to that. Let's blow it up here. All right, so we're going to play this little clip here of the people. I guess this is in Ukraine. Can we believe what we're seeing, Marcy T? I just want to know what you think. All right, here we go.
I'm standing here in Ukraine. You can see we're in a crisis, but it's not just a crisis inside Ukraine in terms of displacement, but it's also a crisis because this is going to affect supply chains, and particularly the price of costing of food. Already, the World Food Program, before the Ukrainian crisis, we were buying 50% of our wheat, our commodities, right here in Ukraine. This breadbasket helps us feed the world. Yemen, Ethiopia, Syria, and I can go on and on. And now we're looking at a price hike that will cost us an operational cost per month, $60 to $75 million more per month. And that means less people will go get food, which means more people are going to go to bed hungry.
Oh, my God. Oh, no, now I know it's Got your mic on, girl?
Oh my God, what a mess. You know what I think, Marcy T? Based on the graphics and the media here, it looks like the World Economic Forum designed this. These people are all in the same...
UNICEF. It's that World it's UN. All propaganda.
Yeah, these people are in lockstep together. They really are.
Yeah, they set up movies. You don't know how many of them I've seen right now for this supposedly going on right now. That was acting. Yeah, it was just little snippets they're doing. You know, like this. I mean, if it wasn't so, just anger making, it would really be something like, what is wrong with you? You would do this.
Wait. You're right, Marcy.
Crap and say it's going on. Every war is bit. I saw Julian Assange. I hope we don't get in trouble for talking about him. But he said every single war in the history of the United States of America was made possible by guess who? The fourth arm of the military industrial complex, which is the media.
Well, they're definitely in control. They've got a lot of influence. I mean,
who owns the media? The same people that own
same
everything, including Def Jam Records that Snoop Dogg just sold.
Really?
Vanguard and what's the other one? Vanguard. Oh, I can't.
BlackRock.
Yeah, BlackRock.
I heard about Vanguard.
And Main Street, I think.
Here it is. Let me read a couple comments in here, and then we'll keep going. Hello again to Alien Believers. Alien Believer says, we all know he's put there for just that reason, to destroy America. Yeah. Alien Believer says, before the country knows it, the country will be lost to an Independent Day war of some kind. Mm-hmm. Teach. But yeah, I mean, seriously, like we have a lot of this. I mean, shout out to Media Bear, but I agree with them. We have a ton of viruses going on. It's not just one virus. I think the media is a virus.
It is. Lies is a virus. You know, I never was so sick of lies as I am now. Now I just hate it, and it makes me not want to lie that much more because it's disgusting. And they just won't admit that they're lying either. That's the most disgusting, you know?
It is.
I'm sorry. I am kind of bitchy right now.
Well, we're going to finish up that one.
I'm tired. I didn't do anything, and I feel like something's going on, you know, that I'm in trouble somehow. Why? I have my own thoughts? Wow. Kill me.
Okay, seriously, we're gonna finish this one up, and then we're gonna go out. We're gonna go over to the Moscow Mule, because if you had a taste for that, you better go on and get your last digs in, because they're getting ready to clip it. Okay, noting that, going back to the global food prices here, noting that countries like Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, Tunisia are dependent on Ukraine for around 50% of their grains. Beasley noted the stunning turnaround. Quote, so you're going from being a breadbasket to now literally having to hand out bread to them. It's just an incredible reverse of reality. End quote, he said. With the number of people facing starvation worldwide having already spiked from 80 million to 276 million before Russia's invasion, thanks largely to that big bear COVID's lockdown, that figure is to set increase yet again. Meanwhile, Russia has also threatened to close its main gas pipeline to Germany if the West bans Russian oil, a move that would cause oil prices to more than double to $300 a barrel. How far are we from that, my people in the chat? Presumably, the ultra-wealthy elite who are currently panic buying survival bunkers. That's another thing I wanted to get into. Tell us about the bunkers. Who's got the bunker juice?
A lot of them are under in New Zealand.
Really? Wow. Okay. So who are already currently panic buying survival bunkers have already made preparations to cram them with storable food that will last for many years. For those already on the poverty line or worse, it's a very different situation. So, but they call us preppers crazy wackos.
Yeah.
But we don't have a big bunker, a big underground bunker to put our things in. We don't. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in for that one. So thank you so much. I'm going to remove this one. So yeah, you can see that this the catastrophic effects of all of this. It started with COVID.
Catatonic.
It started with COVIDs, and then it went down, and then we went into another war, and then we just keep spinning. I do think this next lockdown is going to be I believe there's going to be another lockdown with much stricter demands, much more stringent. And I think they're going to ramp up everything again. I don't think this is going away. I really don't. Now we're gonna head over to, like I said, we're gonna get our Moscow Mule on for the last time. Is that all right?
Yep. We love Moscow.
Real memories USA. It's Joseph Francis Burton. He says privileged preppers, you privileged preppers.
Really?
Come on up. We know you want to come up, Joseph Francis Burton. Come on. We know you want to. We got the people's pendulum out there for you today. So we're going over to Freight Waves. By the way, if you're new to if you're just now coming in, today's stream, today's graphic is brought to you by an actual trucker friend of mine. So the price of his diesel fuel, we use that as today's graphic. Okay, $1,100 to fill up his rig. One way.
What? Is that what that said?
That's I'm trying to pull it up right now. I think I'm hearing the truckers are going to be driving fewer days. You see what's happening here? Hold on a second. I'm such a mess. I'm going to get it together. We'll stop sharing that one, and then we'll go back to our.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. For gas.
Yeah. We're a little buffy, right? Okay, so there you go. Are you seeing that? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not buffering at all, Autumn.
Okay, well, maybe it's just my crazy connection. So here, you see that 11, this sale. This was at one of the big truck stops, okay? Where you have the Flying J, you have Love's. I don't know what are some of these other big truck stops, but that is 1102.36 for one way for his trip, 227.38. So that's diesel. That's a diesel price that you got. Okay, and then what's it? Racetrack is another one of those big super gas pumps that the truckers, go over to. But no. But it's just a super gas pump, I guess. But we're gonna keep going here. We need to get our Moscow Mule on right now. That'll help everything out a lot, right, Marcy T? What do you think?
Mm-hmm. No vodka for you.
All right, Marcy, that's it. You're getting your own theme song. That's it.
No vodka for you.
Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this one a little bit. This is from freightwaves.com.
Bye-bye.
Okay, it says, bye-bye Moscow Mule. Nations ban Russian vodka. Okay, even the cheap ones, right? U.S., EU, and G7 allies to end normal trade relations with Russia. Banned imports of vodka and caviar. How about that caviar that I heard you had, Marcy T?
I won't even eat a fish, let alone their eggs. Ew. Oh, sure they did. They probably stacked up on all this stuff too.
It's a pretty little bottle. That's kind of fancy, right? That's kind of fancy.
It is pretty.
Marty Lauderdale says, I agree, Autumn, 100%. The next one will bring in major tyranny. Okay. Joseph Francis Burton says, nope, lockdowns are over here in New Mexico. He's like, don't bring that over here, is what Joseph JFB.
I'm not locking down again. They're going to have to kill me. I am doing it.
And then, okay.
My butt still hurts.
Alien Believer says, getting closer to something bigger for sure, if what's said is true. He also says that makes sense, holds a lot of fuel. And Joseph Francis Burton says, I can't get on now, I'm driving. But drive safely now. Don't be distracted by, caviar and Moscow. Caviar and Moscow mules, and of course, the Oracle Marcy T. Don't be distracted. It's hard. We know. Okay, according to this, President Joe Biden on Friday took further steps to squeeze Russia's economy for the invasion of Ukraine.
They had to say it like that. To squeeze Russia's balls.
What? Oh my God. Hey, West squeezes East.
These people writing these articles need to go to school again. Liars.
He says Those measures include a ban on imports of vodka, leaving it to others to rename the popular Moscow Mule or the white Russian cocktails. They're gonna say that's
Oh,
racist.
my God.
Racist. These racist white Russian cocktails. That's not PC. Okay. Biden issued an executive order prohibiting the importation
right.
of Russian seafood, spirits, vodka, and non-industrial diamonds, as well as the export to Russia and Belarus of luxury items such as high-end watches, vehicles, apparel, alcohol, jewelry, and other goods preferred by Russian elites. European allies and G7 nations said they would follow the suit. The U.S. export controls only luxury goods previously only applied to North Korea. Most significantly, the White House, along with the European and G7 leaders, said they will take action to strip Russia of its most favored nation trade status. The countries will need their respective legislators to approve the change, but are expected to quickly do so. Revoking permanent normal trade relations will allow tariffs to be significantly increased on goods imported from Russia. Higher trade barriers will make it more difficult for Russian companies to do business with half the global economy. Okay, so you see, what we don't hear anybody talking about that big trade, the USMCA. Whatever happened to that? Did you guys hear anything else about that?
I think it's still on. I didn't hear it wasn't.
But you don't hear anything about it. Like how does this stuff affect that? Because they had a bunch of social protections in there for their favorite alphabet groups. They did that, but you don't hear anything about it anymore. You don't hear that won't protect us from any of this catastrophic, that won't help. You know what I mean? It's just bizarro land. So just a little bit more on this one, okay? It says the allies also said they were working to deny Russia access to financing from multilateral lending institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. In addition, they tightened guidance to prevent the use of digital currency as a way of evading restrictions on money transfers and are proposing a ban on future investment in Russia's energy sector, including technology transfers. The European Union also announced it would prohibit the import of key goods in their iron and steel sector from Russia. So what is this? What do you think this is meaning? Do you think that so everybody's going to ball up one mighty fist and go at and economically crush Russia? Is that what you think, Marcy T? Do you think?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But it also appears like, what happens when you get a caged animal locked in a corner?
Well, he'll come out mad, right?
Yeah. So when let's say friendly fire comes flying from somewhere somehow, they got someone to blame now. Well, look what they did to him, right?
Right.
That happened. That's what I'm thinking anyway. It's like creating a scapegoat.
Well, I hear you. It does look like we're dealing with a little bit of somebody mentioned in the chat, cyber polygon inbound. I think that's another tactic they're going to use to try to silence some of these platforms. They're going to try to shut us down. And we've had enough. We've had enough of being muzzled, Marcy T. What do you think?
They're going to try to muzzle all of us. I'm sure of it.
All right, let's see.
What they do, they're just going to keep calling us names and trying to make everybody hate us. So everyone else will take us out. So they don't have to appear to them, like they're the not C's.
Oh, brilliant. See, here's the deal. Let me just ask the question. We're going to do a question of the day. Have you guys been shopping your own refrigerator and cutting those stems off that you don't want to eat and boiling them again so you can make sure you are a part of the central you're preserving food? We got those hacks the other day. They said if you have broccoli, you need to cut off those broccoli ends and save them and cook them again.
Who said that?
This was a part of the We Forum. That's how you're going to be sustainable food, vegetables. That's another way to shop in your own shop in your own refrigerator, Marcy. Don't go out buying fresh food.
Mm.
Even if it's rotten vegetables. Look who's here. It's Freedom's March.
Yo! Just kidding. He always comes out and says, yo, oh, he did.
I know. It's nice to see you very much. I see, you know what? You guys need to check out Freedom's March. I think I missed your stream the other night. Alien Believers.
Seen them on lately.
I think they're shadow banning us. Alien Believers says, with 75% of people listening to lies, how can change happen?
Right.
Fair point. Fair point. Marty Lauderdale says, yep, major censorship will be put in place when they're ready to go hot with further nefarious plans. Thank you for that, Marty Lauderdale. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what we can do other than to just keep, we learn from each other on here. That's about all I can say. But if you guys have pain at the pump, there is a link out there. If there's something you want to share, you're welcome to come up here. Marcy T keeps everything live around here.
With my jokes.
I mean, Marcy T brought us some cheer with her brighter colors today instead of me.
Yeah, I got brighty colors on. Well, because I've been wearing all black because I've been in mourning. And I'm like, I'm tired of looking like I'm crying all the time, even though I am.
Well,
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what to do, how to do anything, because it seems like they got us.
Hang on a second here. This is so annoying. Okay, sorry about that. Are you guys able to hear that in the background?
What is it?
It's embarrassing. I had a phone call trying to come through.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that. I hear a bird out here there. I'm like, why? What is it? I hear it. It's a dove, I think.
Here we go. Very nice. Alien Believer says, what is the country going to do with all the propaganda on both sides? The people need to do a convoy on the media buildings all over the world. Nothing will change. Tell the media lies. Stop.
Till they do.
Till they stop.
Right.
I don't know who can stop them. I mean, I don't know. I've never been into a media station before. I don't think I ever want to go in one. I thought CNN was in the tank and they're still going strong. No. These people won't go away. No matter how many Peter Piper picked a pail of pickled peppers. It doesn't matter. They keep them. They will keep them right there. They stay on the air. Let's see. All right, Alien Believers. He says, "Amen. Let it be, Marty." Well, yeah, I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in on this segment. So, yeah, we've been talking about the economy and how they're basically telling us how we can
eat our garbage
and eat our own garbage. That's it. Okay, but I got one more for you. Beyond the Impossible, meat grown from cells is better for the planet if you'll eat it.
Yuck!
Okay.
No.
Let's go there. See, there you go. Marty Lauderdale's talking about it. She says, if only the masses knew about the Smith-Monk Act changes in 2012. Teach, Marty. Thank you for that. And Zero the Infinite Renewed says our country has nothing to do with gas prices. Bah. Right. It's Russia's fault. Bah. Yeah.
Well, you guys had nothing to do with him turning the spigot off, right? Of the Keystone pipeline.
Totally. Let's ignore the pipe that we had. Let's just ignore it.
Yeah, let's just pretend it don't exist, and we're out of gas.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking a little bit crazy. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about these meat prices from CNET.com. Beyond the Impossible, meat grown from cells is better for the planet if you'll eat it. It's all about the planet, right?
We won't eat
it. Marcy's telling you, no, we won't. It says cultured meat could be better for the environment, but whether you'll want to eat it it is another issue. And don't expect vegans and vegetarians to get on board. Okay, this story is part of Tech for a Better World. You see these campaigns? Stories about the diverse teams creating products, apps, services to improve our lives and society. Okay, according to this, Winston Churchill foresaw the biggest food innovation of the 21st century back in 1931. Quote, "We shall escape the absurdity of growing a whole chicken in order to eat the breast or wing by growing these parts separately under a suitable medium," end quote.
Gross!
Oh my God, they're quoting Churchill right now.
I know, I got this window open. They probably heard me across the street with that one.
Here it is. Here it is. Today, the prospect nears, but it's still so new it doesn't have a widely agreed upon name. Cultured meat, clean meat, cultivated meat, or to the irritation of some companies, lab-grown meat.
Ew.
Quote, "The products that consumers purchase will be produced in facilities similar to beer breweries, not labs," end quote, says Audrey Taylor of Memphis Meats. Quote, "While it is true that labs are involved during our research and development phase, that is also true for virtually all packaged products available today," end quote. Have you guys seen any fish, any cell-based fish in the grocery stores yet? Because I think they've already got that ready to roll out too. I'm not eating it, Marcy.
Well, wait, they got that imitation crab.
Imitation crab? You think that's cell-based crab?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what the heck is it? Ew.
Oh, we're gonna have to investigate the cell-based fish. Okay, we don't want it. Okay, it says all those terms denote meat grown from animal cells rather than from a living sentient animal. I'll call it sentient.
That means a real living being. Nasty bastard. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh man. This is comedy hour.
I told you it's a conspiracy theater hour. It says, I'll call it cultured meat, but regardless of name, it may start arriving at a small scale in 2022 from companies such as, now look out for these companies, folks, get your pen and your pencils out for class. The company's names, Mosa Meat.
Mosa?
Mosa, like mimosa without the mim. Mosa Meat.
I have to have mimosas to eat that crap.
Memphis Meats, Aleph Farms, and oh my God, and Meatable. Meatable.
Meatable. Nasty.
Please, we gotta watch Utopia. Shout out to the Lockhart Perspective. We gotta watch Utopia because this thing gets into all of this. That series. It will be positioned as more sustainable, environmentally friendly options for meat eaters. But who it will appeal to and at what price remains a different story. More food, fewer resources. Okay, oh my God, it looks like we have something right here. Is plant-based meat science or food? Okay, meat production's footprint on natural resources is an accepted issue. The Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations says the livestock sector is, quote, is increasing pressure on ecosystems and natural resources, end quote. And quote, in some cases, its impact on ecosystems is out of proportion with economic significance of the sector, end quote. The FAO also estimates that 26% of the Earth's land isn't covered in ice, is used for livestock grazing, and that 33% of all crop lands are used to grow crops to feed livestock that are fed to people in a sort of nutritional bucket brigade. Okay, so as you can see, look at that meat right there. What is that? Is that hamburger meat? See, they're going to make people turn off from meat altogether if they keep doing this stuff, Marcy T.
I'm not eating it.
Like, what was it that, did you guys see? I read an article way back. Yeah, I don't want. It's like you can order a kit that you swab your own cheek for and turns and spit it into steaks somehow.
Yes, isn't that cannibalism?
That is cannibalism, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ew.
Okay, so let's keep going with with your Majesty meatables. Cultured meat doesn't require grazing land or tons of feed. Instead, it's grown in bioreactors like those already used to produce pharmaceuticals and ethanol. Oh, that sounds healthy, right? Pharmaceuticals used, it's already used like a bioreactor.
Oh my God.
Used to produce pharmaceuticals and ethanol. A few animal cells are chosen. Look at this, are chosen for the type of meat desired and placed on a biological scaffold to grow into the right shape and structure in a bioreactor that turbocharges cell growth from a speck to a serving. Yuck.
Yuck. I mean, what is it? And what's it going to do inside you once you eat it? Is it going to turn your insides to do that? Ew.
Oh my God. What's happening to this world, Marcy D?
It's crazy.
Okay, in many ways,
That's
the process is old. The process is old news. Quote, we already grow animal cells at scale, end quote, says Ryan Bethencourt, co-founder of venture capital firm IndieBio, an early investor in cultured meat startup Memphis Meats. Quote, all the big pharma companies essentially have big protein factories. How convenient is that? Big pharma?
Wow. Come on. No, there. Oh, man.
Quote, no wonder everybody's sick as a dog. We're putting crap in and getting crap out. Okay? Quote, all the big pharma companies essentially have big protein factories, end quote, for the development of biologic drugs, he says. The first cultured meat hamburger was unveiled and eaten in 2013. Who ate it? Who ate it? I don't know.
And are they still alive?
Here's your bioreactor right now.
Wow.
See it? Look at that thing. Does that look like health would come out of there?
No.
What would come out of there? Mad Max?
This is unreal.
Ay.
They lie so much too. It's like this is what the world was made to do.
Okay, hang on just a second. Okay, so here it is. But if the basic technology for growing cultured meat is relatively clear, how much energy will be required at scale is less so. Quote, cultured meat production will likely require more industrial energy than do livestock to produce equivalent quantities of meat, end quote, says Allison Van Enenam, a cooperative extension specialist in the Department of Animal Science at the University of California, Davis, in a presentation at the 2019 Range Beef Cow Symposium. A paper from the Arizona State University, which is cited by both clean meat doubters and backers. I'm a clean meat doubter and backer. Raise my hand. I don't want clean meat like that.
I want dirty meat.
Oh my God, can you believe that? Which is cited by both clean meat doubters and backers, suggested cultured meat, quote, could require smaller quantities of agricultural inputs and land than livestock, end quote, but a potentially higher energy demand. The reason, it doesn't use animals whose bodies provide temperature regulation, waste elimination, and other functions that will have to be replaced by industrial equivalents. But
oh my God.
That is so gross.
Couldn't that be used for fertilizer, Kim Jong-un?
But the Good Food Institute, a leading connector of cultured meat innovators and investors, says that clean energy will develop alongside the cultured meat sector to, quote, reduce the life cycle emissions of a clean meat facility by 40% to 80%. Even if sustainable energy is needed to produce clean meat, there could still be large environmental rewards. Quote, a 2018 paper by the Hanna Tuomisto of University of Helsinki calculates a potential large reduction in greenhouse gases with cultured meat compared to raising cows and sheep for meat. These people, can you believe this? All they talk about are animals. This thing is pretty dense. You can see all the meat this is a meaty article. Okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Trust me, without all their kooky
and look
stats.
How small everything is too. You see that?
Yeah, is that real food? Okay, traditional animal meat advocates counter their production typically uses non-arable land as well as feed that isn't considered edible by humans. But the Good Food Institute claims that most of the crops that animals eat end up as 1.1 billion pounds of manure, exuding vast amounts of methane that Environmental Defense Fund says is 84 times more potent than carbon dioxide.
Baloney.
What are they talking about? You see, they keep dropping all these figures and stuff. It's like, are you just trying to make yourself sound smart just by dropping this stuff in here?
Yeah. Oh, they're smart. They dropped figures. We better eat the cells.
But you know what? People back in the day ate what they raised, and they were healthier than we are.
Yeah.
I would say. Okay, so some of this may be settled over the next 5 years at the University of California, Davis. You see what I mean? These liberal mockingbird places. One of the nation's foremost animal agricultural institutes that in September received a landmark $3.5 million grant from the National Science Foundation to explore cultured meat. It will assess its nutrition, taste, texture, and less expensive path to scale and life cycle analysis. Far from the vast feedlots and poultry sheds are the oceans, where over 50% of stocks are being fished at full exploitation level and over 33% are being overfished. See, look at those words: exploitation, overfished.
Now read who said it.
Okay, and this is according to the most recent estimate by the UN. What?
Frequently asked question. So it's lies.
Wait. Look at this. Look at your next sushi dinner.
No.
Blue Nali is pursuing cultured seafood. You see, that's what I'm saying. Has anybody in the chat seen the cell-based fish? And if you've seen it, let me know. If you've seen it in the store yet, take a picture. We need a cell-based fish sightings for Black Spring. Okay, that's your homework. Okay, in many parts of the world, it's the primary source of animal agricultural problems. Okay, so Shiok Meats in Singapore is focused on creating cultured shrimp meat due to its popularity in that region, while San Diego startup Blue Nalu is planning production facilities about the size of a Target store that it believes can produce enough cultured seafood to meet the demand of the metro area with 10 million residents. I would not eat Blue Nalu's seafood in San Diego. Not with the fish market down there on the
corner.
No. It's a San Francisco Bay Area startup, Finless Foods. Would you eat something that was finless in the form of seafood? If it was supposed to have a fin and it's finless. Finless Foods is developing cultured bluefin tuna meat. An alt seafood holy grail. Whether cultured meat tech is creating fish or franks, the process revolves around five common aspects.
Be able to eat again.
No. 5 common aspects coming at you, creating a level of synergy that doesn't currently exist between land and water-based animal processors today. So here you go. This is where you go. Whether it's beef, pork, chicken, or seafood, 5 main areas underlie cultured meat. Okay, they want to feed more people, feeding more people who want more meat. Here we go. The World Health Organization reports.
No. Bill Gates. They need to put on there, this is a conflict of interest, but read it anyway.
Right. See, this is why that movie Utopia was so, it talked about all of this and people controlling the production or creating meat alternative products.
Yeah, pushing all this agenda that nobody wants but them. Like they're not rich enough as it is.
Right. Okay. According to this, according to the WHO, a strong relationship between the level of income and the consumption of animal protein, end quote, as the world's population grows and organizes. This puts intense pressure on animals like the cow, which can be seen as an amazing machine for turning a lot of food into a little food. Cultured meat advocates estimate it takes as much as 20 pounds of plant-based feed to create 1 pound of beef. Though the cattle industry argues that the number is vast mischaracterization because it fails to credit the pounds of other outputs like leather, bone, manure, organs that feed also underlies. Still, even the Beef Cattle Clearinghouse industry groups estimate that a pound of red meat from a cow requires nearly 5 pounds of corn feed. South Dakota State University estimates that only about 500 pounds of meat are derived from 1,200 pounds from a 1,200 pound steer. Who does all of this? Who comes up with all of these figures? You know what I mean? So now they're breaking down the types of beef, types of meat you're going to get. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, are you guys going to go for the plant-based food after hearing all this? Probably not. I'm going to put this link out into the stream for you. Will it work in the grocery aisle? I don't think so. They're going to
hear those.
There's your mystery meat memo. Okay. You guys are probably, I'm killing you with the mystery meat memos here. Let me read some comments here. Yeah, we do have a link out there. And Marcy T, we love Marcy T because she's ready to bite at any time around. Oh my God. Okay, Marty Lauderdale says, I saw a video of huge reams of, quote, fake meat, end quote, being made. Maybe in China or Korea.
Ew,
it was
Marty.
like large carpet reams.
Ugh.
Oh, are you serious? That is disgusting.
It is.
Oh my God. And Joseph Fresberg says, just call it bologna. People will eat it.
Just call it Bologna.
Oh my God. Here we go. Zero the Infinite says, research, what's that? Bah. I forgot what I was supposed to research. Bah. You have to hand the info right in my face on a silver platter. Bah. I'll just watch the news. They know what's right. Bah.
Yep.
Well, and seriously, they don't want to read anything. But yeah, it's just really, eventually they get down to where they're trying to go. They talk about this population. Like, if everybody's thin and frail, they can't fight anything, right? They can't fight the virus. They can't fight COVIDs.
Here's the other thing. Do you know how many countries are in negative birth rates? And you can never come back from a negative birth rate. That means the population will die out. There's many. Anybody want to do some homework? Go look that up. America is quickly heading there to a negative birth rate. So all of this is nonsense.
I
That's
agree.
just my opinion, though.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course I do, Marcy T. And Joseph Francis Burton says, I'm not afraid. What do you think is in those fish fillets at your local grocery box?
Organism. The fish organism fillet. Yeah.
What about the cells? Like, do we have any cell-based fish fillets?
Ew. I'm gonna look that up for you, Autumn.
What? Which one? The cell? You're gonna look up the fish, the
cell
cell-based
fish fillets.
God. Oh God. Hey, we got down to a lot of stuff around these foods, but that's what they want to do. So
here it is. It's called Madden. Cell-based fish is real fish, such as fish fillets, that one would typically encounter, but produced from both muscle and fat cells. Ew.
Oh my God. Okay, but I'm going to bring you something even more. Can I call it sinister? Can I call it even more sinister? Makers of Grow Your Own Human Steaks say
no!
Marcy T, you're so real when you say it. Oh, it says Ouroboros steak, grow your own human meat, technically.
Ouroboros steaks? That's the snake eating its tail. That's satanic. Wow.
Ouroboros, Ouroboros steaks.
Wow. Wait, crazy times.
I wonder if they have a video on there.
Ew,
I wonder if they have a video that's
sick Satanist.
Oh my God, wait, okay, let's see. I'm gonna go into it real quick. Let's see if I can find it real quick. You know what? I really appreciate you guys on Marcy T is, we're going to call you Marcy T 411 Marcy T.
Ah, you're funny.
It's like 411. Can we get Marcy T all the line?
Marcy, have you ever heard of this one? It's a hard day when somebody says something to me and I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
It's usually worldly stuff, though.
Ouroboros steak kit. Are you guys ready for this? Oh my God, we're gonna do this right now. Oh my God, not 3M steaks. 3D printed fake meat. Oh man, we're in trouble, Marcy T. Can you believe it? 3D.
You know what? They are supposed to. Okay, listen, this is off the subject, but it's 3D printer at CERN. When we went into Iraq, the first thing they did was raid at the Museum of Antiquities. They took Nimrod's head from there. They got his cells. They said they're taking it to CERN and they're going to 3D print Nimrod.
Oh my God, no.
From the Bible.
You're
the
kidding. Where'd you see that?
This has been years ago. I haven't been studying this lately. This has been like 7 years ago now.
Wait. Here we go. We have two hats. Says, how would anyone know? I'm betting people have already bought fake meat, ate it, and didn't realize it. Walmart junkies. Walmart junkies.
But the fact that I didn't know if I ate it makes it better. But if I know, that's it. If I don't, I won't eat. If something's in my mouth and it tastes funky, I'll go and take it out and spit it out. Even if I'm out to eat. Because I already know about the human and the special taste that these creeps acquired for steak tartare, which is raw.
Steak tartare. Yeah,
that's supposedly an elite delicacy. So you see how sick they are.
Yeah, well, I'm about to introduce you to this steak kit. Now, don't go out and buy this. Don't go out and buy this stuff now. See, as you can see, when I type that in at the tubes, at the YouTubes, at the gag tube, you see how they're spinning this meat like cotton candy? Okay, we're going to go into it right now. A test tube steak.
Like cotton candy? Oh,
okay.
Ow.
Okay, here it is. The grow your own human steak meal kit is not technically cannibalism. Makers say it's not. They say
bullshit. I'm sorry, dang. What liars.
Look at that man's head on the plastic wrapped up in like a meat thing.
Ew.
This is gross. Oh my God. Okay, here it is. This is a whole thing on Ouroboros, a provocatively secure proof of steak protocol. That's not the right one. But this is gross. It says, here's a way to grow your own steaks out of your own cells. Would you call that cannibalism?
See, they're posing it as a question and then having some expert say, no, it isn't technically. Yes, it is in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want somebody eating human meat to be around me or my children. Okay? Just saying.
Can you imagine?
No. This is disgusting.
Okay. It's so gross. So gross that they try to make this stuff enticing and appealing.
Yeah, like, oh, come on, it's fun. You know, like when you were a kid.
You're right. They set you up. All they do
party. It's fun.
Okay, so we're gonna do a short look. We'll take the 3D printed. I don't know. We're gonna go 3D printed meat or this one hung. Okay, here it is. This is the one. The steak for the cheek swab. This is the one.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, so wait. I said new steak grown from human cells, technically not cannibalism. Okay, see how they do? See what they do?
In quotation.
Okay, I'm gonna blow it up a little bit. and then you guys can make up your own minds about this. Wait a minute, you gonna eat this steak or not? You got beef? Don't eat this.
And designers.
A design.
make
Oh
it
my! A
sound
steak.
all cool.
See, a steak designer with a new type of steak grown from human cells. Okay, what cells?
Human cell cheap, and you can make your own steak, but it's technically not cannibal. You're saying, is that cannibalism?
I say so. Look at that. Ouroboros.
Ouroboros steaks, it's called too, Chris.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, who is this guy, Andrew Pelling? Who's he? I want to look him up. Is he kind of bizarre?
Is a in your own meal kit designer.
Ugh.
Ew.
How they? See, there it is. It can be grown from cells scraped from the inside of your
33 years old.
cheek.
The fat
Oh,
from old donated blood? Ew! No harm to animals, though.
terrible.
Oh, Autumn, I'm sick now, girl. This is sick.
Yeah, Soylent Green.
Yeah, it's Soylent Green. My son Chris is here now listening
Soylent
too.
Green.
Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Where are you? Where'd you go? Hi, Chris.
I'm invisible.
He's an invisible man.
The invisible man.
Can
Autumn,
you
are
see? I was muted.
You were muted again. I didn't see you this
You
time.
see how they romanticize these steaks?
Yes. I'm really in love with them now after that. And look, without causing harm to animals, but eat your neighbor's kids. Because you got a taste for human blood now. Come on. They really think that we're going to be okay with this.
See, look at Marty Lauderdale. She says, evil psychopath in charge.
No kidding, Marty.
But here
I
it
love
is.
your name too, Marty. I always wanted mine to be Marty instead of Marcy.
Look, okay, Two Hats even says natural flavor makes us all cannibals. Can somebody tell me what's
That-
a natural flavor?
That is HEK-292. Human feel poured itself in flavors and Coke, Cadbury, Hershey, and any other kind of food you'd like to eat.
Nestle Crafts.
Doritos, Kraft, Nestle.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
called
my-
Cinemax Flavor Enhancers.
Cinemax?
Cinemax, yeah. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
I mean, unless they change the name, but that's,
Yeah, it's HEK 292. It's capital HEK-292. Just look it up, Autumn. You'll see it. It's been there forever.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, this is old.
Two
This is like
hats,
8
right
years
on,
ago.
right there. Simonex.
Cinemax. I knew it was something like that. It's weird. It's got a weird, real chemical Monsanto kind of sound.
Okay, here we go. Well, we got a news flash. We got a Delta Omicron hybrid variant identified for the first time.
Who said that?
Live science. So let's see. There you go. There you go.
Right now, on top of all this baloney going on.
Yeah, you got another. You got another one. So
diversions, distractions, current with all the stuff going on right now.
we're gonna go ahead and finish our little mystery meat memo. Let's see. But And thank you so much. We've got your son Chris in the background. Thank you for
Hi,
coming
man.
on.
Nice to
It's
meet
Autumn.
you. Autumn.
Nice to meet you. I'm yapping in the background.
Okay.
It's her channel. I'm just in the background
Wow.
screaming.
All right.
She showed me this. Oh,
I thought
I'm sorry about this. wait. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna finish this educational thing here.
girl, for two.
Don't buy any human steak. Steak claims to reduce the need for other animal products. Poor animals. Jeffrey Dahmer is the CEO of Ouroboros Meat. Marty Lauderdale.
You got that right,
Says hi to Chris.
Who did?
Marty Lauderdale says hi, Chris.
Oh,
Howdy.
sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm great.
Marty, he's pretty random being in a couple shows before.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait. Look what Joseph Francis Burton has something for us. He says, yes, we are overdue for the Ouroboros.
Yes, we are,
I mean,
Joseph.
that's shooting. That is crazy.
Isn't it sick?
Yeah, they're crazy wackos.
She said human steaks. She goes, it's the Ouroboros. I said Ouroboros Company? That's Satanist.
Yeah, that's eating snake.
Ouroboros.
Snake eating its own tail. Cannibalism.
Oh my God. Horrible. Okay, here we go. Wait, they're stored. These are stored in a warm environment for around 3 months. Your steak, Ouroboros steak.
Ew.
What?
Hey, that music.
This is
Yeah,
intense.
that's the music on
That's the
it.
real freaking commercial. I mean, that's weird. Music, you can't tune into that. Why you got creepy music?
Whoa.
It's the beginning
Oh.
of a zombie movie, man.
Expired.
That reminds me of The Walking Dead, man. That music track.
I never watched that, but that's, and look at her face.
Expired.
Ew.
That is disgusting.
Look at her face.
She looks.
This
sick.
man, is this a
Thanks.
satire?
Hey, Autumn, thanks.
I mean,
now
are we sure this ain't a satire? Because this just seems too freaking
freaky?
Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. Yeah, sci-fi.
Well, it's UN and
I'm gonna look up we're gonna look up the company, Ouroboros Steaks. Can somebody get Ouroboros Steaks? If we went online to find that, could we find it? Is it a real company? Ouroboros Steak.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
I've seen them drop videos that were like they were mockery videos to like where they had a machine that was gonna rip a guy's head off, but it come to find out it was fake news.
Let's see.
It's a
we got
new
all
technology.
carbs about it.
Ouroboros Steaks is a do-it-yourself meal kit for growing gourmet steaks with one's own cells.
No thanks.
Yes. And it has a design museum. Autumn, let's go. Let's
Where-
make a field
I mean,
trip.
this reminds me of the Lumacourt video.
A design museum. Take us there, Marcy. Where is it? Where is the design? I want to see the design museum. Come on. Where is it?
Let's go do a field trip, Joseph.
Wait.
The Ouroboros Steaks.
I mean, this is just as bad as the Bill Gates mosquito video
Yeah.
with the where.
Wait. We got to find out where that is. We got to find out where to get the designer. You said a design museum? Ouroboros Steak.
Yeah, design museum.
Design. Oh my God. Can we get popcorn with entry?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I found it.
Ew.
Oh my God. Let's finish that and then we'll go to
My
the museum. We'll finish this one and I'll take you guys to the
Look what
museum.
else they have.
For free, kids. You just got to be nice to each other in the stream. I'll take us there.
This is
Okay.
what they're pushing for us to eat now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3D printed human meat kind of.
And
Yes.
cow and fish.
Look at her face. It is kind of.
Oh, it's creepy. Oh, I can't wait to eat
It's cheaper.
myself. Look at her. I love myself.
Look
so
at that.
much. Ew, that looks like a muscle.
It
A
does.
real muscle. I have seen muscle. I used to be a surgical RN. That is a real muscle. Ew. That's right. You should.
Okay, what are they
There's
visualing that with?
I want to comment.
We're not promoting eating ourselves as realistic. What the hell? What is that? Solution that will fix humans' protein needs.
Oh my. Ew.
Oh my God, don't do it.
What would be the sacrifices we need to make? That's tough.
We don't need to make any sacrifice, okay? No way.
Okay, this is almost over, okay? I
My
believe it or not.
stomach's queasy right now.
So this is the same.
Ew.
They're gonna do the same thing that they're doing with the food with the gas, the electric cars right now. That's I can already see where they're going with this.
Well, yeah. That's exactly why they're doing the electric. That's why they're up in that, because they want us to buy the electric.
Right.
And they want us not to have a car. They want us on public transportation, the ones that are going to be left. Because believe me, did you see Madonna's song? We're all not going to into the future. We're all not going to make it. She was sneering.
I remember something bizarre like that. She's always coming out with these cryptic.
Yeah,
you
she's
know,
a real witch, I think, for real. But
I think you're right. She's been casting spells for years. Too bad it won't do anything for those stupid colostomy bags that she's calling a butt these days.
ew. When I was young, I looked up to that girl. She was in my age group, I guess. She's a little older though, but still, it's like, girl, put your pants on. Don't nobody want to see no old granny up there with her colostomy bag hanging out the rear end. Now, knock it off and grow up, girl.
Wait. What did Two Hat says? I just licked my arm and it didn't taste like Oh my gosh, Two Hats, that's a go.
He said he just licked his arm and it didn't taste like steak. Well, put some A1 sauce on it.
You guys are killing me. It said,
Yeah.
Alien Believer says, yes, they eat their own. The elites are sicker than people I know.
Mhm.
Like most of them are demonic and belong to secret societies.
Yep.
Oh my God. Marty Lauderdale says, add this info to all the celebrities talking about using or injecting
Yeah.
young blood.
Exactly. Right on, Marty.
I said, where is it? Joseph Francis Bird says, come on, traditional cultures accept cannibalism as normal practice. You Western prigs.
Yeah, they get that disease called Kuru.
What is that?
Keurig's
Kuru.
disease.
Courig's disease?
Yeah, that's from cannibalism.
Oh
They
my
get something
God.
called prions in their brain.
That's what the spike protein from the is. Prion's disease. Yes.
That's
See
what
how
that-
we went full circle? Is that why they want us Ouroboros-ing it up?
Oh my God. I need to look up that disease. I can't even spell it, Marcy T.
What is it?
Kuru. I think it's Kuru because it comes from like the Pacific
Yeah,
Islands.
It is.
It's something like
Kuru.
that. It's got like a real native-y sounding
It's
name.
Yeah. Okay.
K-U-R. Wait.
Kuru.
K-U-R-U.
K-U-R-U. Okay. Holy smokes.
Yeah, Kuru. There it is.
Ah, very rare disease.
Caused by infected protein prions found in contaminated brain tissue.
God, what? Oh my
Smart cannibals don't eat brains. Oh my goodness. Help.
Hey, Marty Lauderdale says it's upsetting, disturbing how the celebrities are indoctrinating our youth.
Yeah.
It's
That
just,
climate dodge crisis where the lady says we have to eat the babies.
I remember that, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
AOC.
and they told us to ignore her. She's just
Mhm.
no.
just
They
forgot
are
to take the medicine.
predictive programming.
Well,
Yeah.
here's another. Let me add. I was watching Roblox. It's a game with my little granddaughter who's 6.
Okay.
I'm not. I was watching YouTube. She was on the TV on YouTube, but I was kind of keying into words they were saying, and I started listening, and they were. I'm eating or talking too much.
Yeah.
They were talking about eating people.
Who was
In this game, these little kids are watching Roblox, ROBLOX. It's some new thing all the little kids like now. I said,
Oh.
hey, he just is talking about eating people. And Hayden goes, oh, mom or grandma, it's just a game.
Oh my
I
God!
said, no, you don't eat people. And you don't talk about eating people either.
Whoa, wait. But Joseph Francis Burton has an idea. He says, He says, I think Madonna's butt was manufactured at the Ouroboros labs.
Yeah. Yep, that's really
She's just a walking advertisement for Ouroboros steaks in your pants.
Here's the design museum.
That's how they
Barcy
can fix somebody's fake pipe.
T, the design museum is here. You ready?
Oh,
So I
here
guess
it is.
Beasley's
Oh,
design of
what
the
beauty
year.
it is to eat yourself.
Ouroboros Steaks is a DIY
honey.
meal kit for growing gourmet steaks
Here, give
from
me a
one's own
piece.
self. Okay, it
I
comes
mean,
as
that
a starter
colors of
kit.
that even reminds me of that.
Here, you
What
want to
was
get
the
on?
name of that
Look at
movie,
my
man?
girl here. See my little girl?
Who's that?
Umbrella
Who's
Corporation.
that?
Man, what is that?
That's
Freaking
my girl.
Resident Evil. Looks a lot like Resident Evil too.
Hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. I was just on this talk show.
Too cute. So let's see. We'll just see what's at the museum here, and then we'll wind up here. All right. According to this, it comes as a starter kit of tools, ingredients, and instructions that enable users to culture their own cells into mini steaks without causing harm to animals. This was commissioned for the exhibition designs for different futures at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. I'm going to ask Derek, are you going to go down to that museum and check out these steaks?
Tell her I'll be down in a minute.
The project is a critical commentary on the lab-grown meat
Tell her I'll
industry.
be down in a minute.
And critiques the industry's claims to sustainability. So you're in the museum right now. So I don't know if you can design your own or what are they talking about? Who cares?
Is that a knife there, Autumn, that you can get?
Oh, I got the menu. Here's the menu. We don't want to go into that menu. We'll just, yeah. But please don't go
Well,
by.
they have a club. See?
What?
Yeah, it looked like it said club membership.
Okay, become a member down here. Donate to the museum. What are you going to volunteer for?
Oh, would you like to eat some of my cells from my cheek? I'll come over later. We'll trade cells. I mean, come on. This is macabre at best. And this is what they want.
Yeah.
That's the scientific dictatorship future.
And then add, little, what's his name? Little Naz there. When he went down to HE double hockey sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a lap dance and stuff. See, they really want a sick society. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
I mean, this is even worse than anything I could think of.
No, it's actually an old satanic freaking initiation. One of the highest levels is to actually eat human.
That's disgusting.
And it kind of, I think they used to do it in the French during the French Revolution secretly too, stuff like that. So I mean, this is big time occultist practices. That's a real occult practice. They actually the skinwalker legend in the Native American thing is to eat is one of the prerequisites to becoming a skinner.
Which is a demon.
Shape-shifting, a demonized, possessed person, I guess. I've never seen one for real. I'm into all that spooky stuff though.
Two Hat says normalize Bolshevism.
Yes. That's what the Two Hats, that's exactly, it's the war of attrition. They want us all locked up, starving, so we'll take our equalizers out, aim at each other, and then clean each other up, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the plan. Absolutely. Right on, Two Hats.
Let's see, what do we have here? Two Hat says, what was the show with Drew Barrymore that she ate people? I don't know.
Trying to think.
California Diet, I think it's called, or Santa Fe Diet.
Yeah, the Santa Fe Diet.
I never seen it, but
I wouldn't watch that.
That gives a new name
it
to
normalizes to that killing people thing. It's not like Dexter was a show.
Holy smokes. That brings a new meaning to Santa Fe. I don't ever want anything with Santa Fe on the front of it anymore.
Right, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, they used to be a
No, the
Mexican
Santa
style.
Cruz
Okay.
diet. That's what
I
it was called, the Santa Cruz diet.
I knew it was something like that.
Alien Believer says that all propaganda voices for the elite there, puppet masters, the industrial complex elites.
Yep.
Holy smokes. Well, we've had a big day of learning here on Black Spring and the Oracle and her son, Chris, today.
This guy, look at this guy has taught me so much. And me and him basically fell down the rabbit hole. He fell first. I had to chase him. So, I mean, I'll sit here and listen to him a lot. He's got a channel too. It's small, but he has for guys, even girls though too, if you want to get a manly perspective.
I give the real talk. Best I can.
He has a
Try to make it
hodgepodge
funny.
of everything that he speaks of.
I make a lot of chemtrail videos.
Chemtrails.
That's what got me started. Chemtrails, yeah, where they spray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure.
No,
And we don't want to get banned. No,
Right,
really.
right.
Anyway, it's under his name, Chris Alexander, right?
Okay. Well, we will certainly.
Just type in Skywatch
Christopher
Chronicles.
Alexander. Yeah,
Type
but
in
mine.
Skywatch Chronicles, you'll find all my channels.
Skywatch Chronicles.
Yeah.
Skywatch Chronicles.
Chronicles. Okay.
Well, thanks for having us on him.
I
And
got
I'm
a bunch of
sorry, you
videos.
guys.
Check her old videos. I used to make videos
Okay.
on hers too. So I mean,
Me and
we're out
him.
there.
We'll do it. I will definitely check it out, and I'm sure people in the chat will be happy to come over and see what's going on. So yeah, tell us.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys want to tell us where you can find, tell us even more. You can, or we'll take you at what you said. It'll
Right.
be good.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys, have a great Saturday. Thank you, Marcy T, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hey,
Marcy T.
today would have been my 33rd wedding anniversary. 33
33rd.
years. So I'm going out partying tonight. Just kidding.
Hey, stay away from those Ouroboros steaks on that menu.
I am. Bring your own cheek swabs. Yay! All right, love you guys. Have a good day, everybody.
You
Hey,
too.
smart audience too you got there.
I love them. To
Thank you,
pieces.
guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, guys. This has been certainly an interesting stream. But what else would it be here? Okay, and so I just want to remind you one more time. This is the diesel fuel price of my friend who drives a big rig. And here, let me get it to scoot back here. So this was the cost of him filling up one way on his rig, 1102.36. And that was at the Love's fuel pump, I guess a gas stop or truckers, popular truck stop. So if you go by there, with your truck or your rig, you might find similar prices. Joseph Francis Burton, thank you, Marty Lauderdale. I really appreciate it. But we got into some things here today. Joseph Francis Burton says, thanks for the laughs. You ladies are great and hilarious. Well, I can't do this show without Marcy T. Especially on Saturdays. There's no better way to compliment the show than to have Marcy T come up. And you guys, of course, are welcome out there as well. There's there, I mean, of course, there is a link out there. I think I got to everything that I was planning on talking about today. Bunch of stats and more of this liberal kooky stuff happening with the food sustainability. The other day we went over, of course, to the WE Forum. But, you know, we've got these all occasion big boogeymen around the world these days. And Marty Lauderdale says, thanks, everyone. Enjoyed hanging out and laughing with you all. Thank you, Marty Lauderdale. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything in here. And of course, if you guys want to send me anything that you find intriguing, or if you want to share some pain at the pump or something before the show comes on, you're welcome. If you send it to me, just send it to me randomly. Like right now, it's looking like Saturdays. I'm going to try to stream every Saturday, and I've been kind of consistent about that so far. So try to, you know, just send it to me. Send it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You might even be able to send it to me on Saturday. The earlier you send it on Saturday morning, the earlier I can get it out and share it with you guys. So yeah, I think we've all plant-based out for today. I think we really have. Yeah, so let me take one little break and we'll come back and I'll say salute to everybody in this trip. You know, I had one more. I knew I had one more. Try not to deprive you of the news and all the laughter, but you know, sometimes you have to laugh to keep everything in check. So that's what we'll do. And Marty Lauderdale says, how would we send anything your email? Yes. So this is where you can find me. Here you go. You can find me right here. And also stay tuned for the community tab. I have one more thing on the food. And I don't think it's not going to be on like the actual basis of the food, but this is an 11th hour thing. Good salad for myself. Yeah, anytime. And if you guys, anybody that wants to, if you're interested in being on the show or coming on and co-hosting with me, you can do that as well. You can submit those your request as well. And we'll figure out, we'll work you in. So let's see, we had just one more here. And it's, of course, because food is important, right? It's still important that we eat no matter what. But it's, you know, it's going to get it might get a little tough based on what's going on, or based on based on the consequences of some of these choices of people that are in leadership in this country right about now. So I'm going to share this last little article here. Okay. More on the food prices. Okay. We're food prices this time. It says this is coming out of Reuters.com. Food crisis grows as spiraling prices spark export bans. So we've already talked about the vodka bans and some of the Russian the bans on the items there, including your caviar. Okay. According to this is ears of wheat seen in a field near a village of Rebeny in the Kiev region, Ukraine, on July 17th, 2020. According to this is out of the London, March 9th. A global food crisis sparked by Russia's invasion of Ukraine escalated on Wednesday as Indonesia tightened curbs on palm oil exports, adding to a growing list of key products countries seeking to keep vital food supplies within their borders. The conflict in Ukraine is threatening global grain production, the supply of edible oils and fertilizer exports, sending basic commodity prices skyrocketing and mirroring the crisis in the energy markets. So you see, let me blow this thing up so you guys can see. Absolutely, Marty. Send me however you want. I'll come right back to you in just a second. The conflict in Ukraine is threatening global grain production and the supply of edible oils and fertilizer exports, sending basic commodity prices skyrocketing and mirroring the crisis energy market in energy crisis markets. I will say, let's see here, the price of the price of cereal, I think, is already up. I think Breitbart was reporting that. think they were. Breitbart News. Okay, palm oil is the world's most widely used vegetable oil. Is most widely used vegetable oil and is used in the manufacture of many products, including biscuits, margarine, laundry detergents, and chocolate. Palm oil prices have risen by more than 50% this year. Indonesia's Trade Minister Muhammad Lutfi said the export curbs aim to ensure that cooking oil prices at home remain affordable to consumers. The rise in prices comes at a time when affordability of food is a major challenge as economies seek to recover from CV crisis, and is also helping to fuel a broader surge in inflation across the globe. Okay, we'll get to the Breitbart in just a second. Russia and Ukraine are also important suppliers of edible oil, as well as contributing nearly 30% of global wheat exports. Ukraine announced on Wednesday that it had banned a wide range of agriculture exports, including barley, sugar, and meat, until the end of the year. The conflict has not only disrupted shipments from the Black Sea region, but is also jeopardizing prospects for harvest. For harvest, as fertilizer prices soar and supplies shrink in response to a sharp rise in the cost of natural gas, a key component in the manufacturing process for many products. World food prices rose to a record high in February to post a year-on-year increase of 20.7%, according to United Nations Food Agency, while many markets have continued to climb this month. Malaysian palm oil futures rose to an all-time high following Indonesia's announcement, while soybean oil prices jumped to a 14-year peak. Soybean oil prices have climbed by almost 40% this year. Scrambling for supplies, Russia and Ukraine are both major producers of sunflower oil, and the countries account for almost 80% of global exports, leaving customers such as India scrambling to secure supplies of alternatives such as palm oil and soy oil. Chicago wheat futures have climbed around 60% so far this year, threatening to raise the cost of key food staples such as bread. The loss of two major exporters in Ukraine and Russia has been compounded by news that the condition of the wheat crop in the world's top producer, China, may be the quote worst in history, according to the country's agriculture minister. See, there you go, guys. You're getting the signs. So we have got to sustain ourselves. What are you guys doing to prepare for this? Poor growing conditions in drought-affected parts of the U.S. plains look set to further tighten supplies. Serbia announced on Wednesday it will ban exports of wheat, corn, flour, and cooking oil as of Thursday to counter price increases, while Hungary banned all grain exports last week. Bulgaria has also announced it will increase its grain reserves and might restrict exports until it has carried out planned purchases. Grain supplies in Romania, a major exporter, have also tightened as international buyers seek alternatives to Russia or Ukrainian supplies, although there are currently no plans to restrict shipments. Global grain production could also decline as the production of fertilizers, which help to boost crop yields, is curtailed following a rise in natural gas prices. Yara, or Yar.Oil, one of the world's largest fertilizer makers, says on Wednesday it was curtailing its ammonia and urea output in Italy and France. The Norwegian company warned last week the conflict was threatening global food supplies. Russia, which calls its actions in Ukraine a quote special operation, end quote, rather than an invasion, had been a major supplier of fertilizers, but the country's trade and industry ministry recommended on Friday that producers temporarily halt exports. See, it's all a mess. Hi, DJ Vision Barnett. Thank you so much. He said, hey, family, I'm tuned in from work again. How are you doing, DJ? Let us know when you're on again, or let us know if you want to come, if you want to join us here. I was telling everybody to just send me an email and let me know what you've got going on. And then we're going to go over to Breitbart and talk about these cereal brands. You guys, I don't know, what's your favorite cereal? The Frosted Flakes, the Fruit Loops. I don't know those sugary cereals from back in the day. Marty Lauderdale says, to anyone interested, Amazon had the Augustin Farms pancake mix 10 cans at 62% discount at $7.92 a can. Thank you for that. Let me just read this one. She says, I won't spam you with tons of email, but send you an email just to connect at least. Yeah, send me whatever you want. That's exact. This channel is exactly what that email is exactly for this channel. So you can feel free to send anything you want there, Marty, and I'll certainly give you a shout out. If you want me to do a shout out, I'll work the shout out into the stream for you. I certainly will. So let's take a gander over at Breitbart. But for those of you just coming in, I did say earlier that this particular graphic here is a real post from a friend of mine who's a trucker, and that was his one-way gas bill for his rig, $11.0236 for 227 gallons. Okay, so let's mosey on over to Breitbart to see what your cereal looks like. If you guys have kids, or you guys, some grown-ups still love these sugary cereal. According to this, the breakfast cereal prices increased 7.4%. Okay, kids hungry for breakfast, it's going to cost you. So I don't know. That looks like one of those. What do you call those chocolate puff cereal? That's a chocolate puff cereal. They are Cocoa Puffs, right? Is that what they call them? Cocoa Puffs. If you like Cocoa Puffs, you might have to pay a little bit more for them. Okay, that's all I can tell you. You're gonna pay some more for that. All right, we're gonna go down here. All right, the price of breakfast cereals has soared over the past year, according to the data the Department of Labor released Thursday. The cost of cereals in February increased 7.4% compared to 12 months ago. The price rose 1.1% in January alone, a mind-blowing jump for a single month. Overall, the prices rose 7.9% compared to a year ago, a 40-year record high. So there you go. So that was just a brief little check-in. Sorry about all the propaganda, the ads in there. But that is the cost of that's where you're going to get hit in the pocket with the cereal. There you go. So Marty Lardale says, I'm really just getting started on my preps. I can't afford much, but we'll stock up on beans, rice, water filter, etc. You know what, Marty Lardale, no fear there. No, because I'm telling you, even I am still trying to build up things because I don't have like years upon years of food storage. I mean, I have some staples, like I would say if you can get some canned meats and stuff, like I think I was saying once I would start doing like a little tour around places like even the $1.25 store now. You can still get stuff for at least $1.25 over there. Whether canned chicken, or I don't know. Some people do Spam, canned fish, whether it's tuna or even sardines. DJ says cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And then she says she's thinking of a solar generator, but that's a big spin for me. So got to think on it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some of these things are expensive. The generators and whatnot. Like even like a solar panel. What I would say is, to me, I at least have like the emergency kind of staples. Like I have a radio, like hand crank radios. You know, and it, even if it's solar, if we have a solar side of it and then one side that can be charged. But yeah, like you need like a little preppers kind of a bag for that kind of stuff too. But the dollar store is good. I think Dollar Tree. I don't know, is it not Family Dollar? Some of these other dollar stores, sometimes you can get stuff there, but definitely like, I think even for like a cyber attack purposes, you're going to need stuff like communicate, like a radio. I found stuff like a radio like that on Amazon. It's hand crank, and it can be operated with a battery or solar. Like there's like 4 ways to power that particular radio. I think I got one for like $20 or just under $20. But the food stuff, I think I would hit the dollar store if you can. That protein. What is it? Your macro and micronutrients. If you've got those, I think you'll be fine. But you build it as you can. Everybody's got a different budget. Let's see, because we were going to do a preppers potluck is what I still want to do, but I've heard from 1 or 2 people that were actually interested in doing that, which I think it's very important right now. I think that we get, I think it's very important right now that we get to do that preppers potluck, I think. Yeah, like if you share what you have. DJ Vision Barnett says he likes gas generators. Thank you for sharing that, DJ. So we should try to do that preppers potluck before the end of the month is what we need to do. Yeah, then Marty says, yep, going to get us emergency radio with solar and hand crank. Yeah, because that way you can kind of keep things going without that need for a charge, with another source on the charge. You use your sun source on there. And Marty says, does anyone want to share a link with me? Share links on 3 solar generators. Yeah, if you guys have any of that, but I think we should do that preppers potluck, even for first aid. I think the preppers potluck would include emergency stuff along with first aid stuff. Shout out to Freedom's March or Snapzilla Gorilla. Somebody had a really great hand sanitizer that I think was much more effective than anything out on the shelves. Because Derek C. Williams told us about how ineffective that the current hand sanitizers were. But I think I had a recipe once that had this peroxide, aloe vera gel, and then I think something else like maybe some type of oil or something that inside of that. It was about 3 main ingredients for that. It might have been colloidal silver. That's another thing, a colloidal silver. Anybody got anything on hydroponics? You see what I mean? And some of these things you can even find on Eventbrite, and some of these even some of these apps that activity for you to do meetups and stuff like that. They're streaming some of their things. I think they had a hydroponic one. If you live in an apartment, or if you live someplace that you have limited space and you don't have tons of greenhouse space and you don't have all of those, you can do the hydroponics to grow, I think, a lot of different things. DJ Vision Barnett. DJ says he's in. Okay. All right, DJ. Reach out. Let's see. We get this thing set. So if that case, we would have DJ, we would have Marcy T. I would just think it would be good if we had about 4 people, 4 people, 5 people, or 6. 6 would be, top max, I think, that we could accept on that. 6. I just think that's manageable. 6 people is more manageable than 10. And then that tip on the gas, I say the halfway point in terms of gas. And then somebody was saying, her name is Megan McGlover she was saying 3/4 of a tank, because she was saying if you don't let it get past the 3/4 of the tank, then you're only putting $10 or $15 in when you fill up, versus you doing that big chunk. I just filled up a little while ago, topped off, and I was at less than once you get past that 50, that halfway point, I was probably a 2/3 of a gallon or something like that. Not quite a quarter of a tank, but I paid almost $50 for 11 gallons of gas, $46 and some change is what I ended up paying. Marty Lauderdale says, this is bigger. This is the bigger solar gen I have my eye on. It looks great because you could add additional batteries to it. It's approximately $1,400, no solar panels. Oh, great. Well, I'll pull this out of the stream for sure. That's a great link. Thanks for sharing that, Marcy T. And Marty Lauderdale. And Marty Lauderdale says, I'd love to watch a prepping live stream. Well, I'm going to try to do it. And maybe I can try to get a special guest on and we could try to check some boxes, because if we've got somebody that's kind of covering, you guys can cover whatever you want, share whatever you want, but I at least want to make sure I check some of the boxes, and then anything, even if we have extra stuff, share it. It's just as good. Like first aid, emergency stuff. That's emergency stuff would be your communication means. Your first aid stuff would be like, you know, how would you do your bandages or antiseptics or things to clean, wound cleansing hacks, that kind of a thing. Yeah, like dare I say, like a SAS, or, you know, we talked about, you know, my grandmother talking about turpentine, not turpentine, but castor oil and turpentine and that kind of a bit, or being able to make a, you know, a cough syrup. In fact, I will tell you something else that I think is trending. I'm starting to see in some of these prepping kits, there is actually a prepper's kit with some of your NAIDs, where they've got like it's got Tylenol. It's even got some of the other, it may even have, I think it has antibiotics in it. There's a prepper's kit, a medicinal prepper's kit that I'm starting to see. So you guys can share whatever you want. Anything you share, any knowledge that you share is just going to grow. You know, I think overall is what's going to happen there. So I really appreciate it. And Marty Lauderdale says, here's another good looking one, 500 watt gen with one solar panel at 530. We just got, see, I need to invest. All of this is stuff we need to invest in. What about the filter? Like if you have life straws, that kind of a bit. What is it? The buffer, not the, what do they call it? The water. There's a big water filter that I think holds quite a few gallons. Water filter. It's like a water filter. The Big Berkey, the water purification. That's what I need to get. I forgot the cost of that. Does anybody out here have a Berkey water filter? So it's like, that's for home life, all this. No. Come back, Marcy T. I'm back. I didn't leave. Come back, Marcy T. Come back. Let's see, the link is still out there somewhere. Let's see. Let me get it. Let me paste it here. Come on back. We were talking about the Preppers Potluck is what we're talking about right now. Let's see, because I talked to you about, I've been talking about it for a while. So DJ Vision Barnett, are you still interested in the, come on back up if you want, Marcy, tell us if you want. I'm still on. We're talking about the preppers. It looks like Marty Lauderdale is definitely interested in us doing a preppers potluck. We would have a lot to cover on that, I think. Water purifications. Yeah, like is there the life straws? $387 for a Big Berkey. Yeah, I need to get one of those. We talked about radios. Yeah, any of that. Marty Lauderdale says, and there's a new one on the site for the site for Patriots has a new 8-pound 300-watt generator with 140-watt panel. Yeah, it is. The Berkey is. I don't know if there's an alternative for that same kind of. It's DJ Vision Barnett. DJ's here. Hi, DJ.
What's going on? Can you hear
It's
me?
been a lifetime. I can hear you just fine. Thank you for coming up.
Yep.
What's going on,
Appreciate
DJ?
it.
What have you got for us today? Where are you?
Hey,
Can you show us
you
what's
wanna
on the shelf?
Oh, you said what?
What's on the
You
shelf?
want to see what's on the shelves? Yeah, I'm here at my job at AutoZone.
Oh,
You
you're
want
at
to see how
work.
much the oil? You want to see how much the oil costs now?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. What can you share with us?
I mean, they're definitely going up for sure.
Have you got any comment on our preppers? You started talking about the preppers. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
What have you got for us?
I see the hydroponic. Here we go. Let me show y'all this. See this? $30.
Pennzoil?
$30.
Oh wow, $31.99.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
So
What does it normally go for,
33,
DJ?
31, 33, 33, 33. The
What
lowest
is
I
it
see is
what is
27.
it what does it normally go for? What did it go for like 2 months ago or last
Well,
year?
2 months ago, well, last year was down to like, it was like 25 ounces.
Oh wow.
So now it's
That's
definitely up
definitely on the
at
tick.
least 7 to 10%. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
So
it's hitting everywhere.
right. Well, are you a specialist on hydroponics? I've heard you talk about them quite a bit. I've seen them on your show, DJ
It's
Bishop show.
I think everybody else in the back.
What's that?
Yeah, they putting up top. Go ahead. No, I was talking to a customer. He was asking me was anybody here to help him. I'm sorry.
So the
What was you
hydroponics,
saying?
would you use hydroponics for fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, I mean vegetables is easy. Fruits, it's a few that I know to do. Strawberries. Um, strawberries the only one that I did before. Fruits, strawberries.
And how did they come out? They come out pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. I use this. It was like a kit that came with the seeds in it,
Okay. So
and
when you
it was like in a grower that you just kept putting the water in, and then it had it was like a tower that they put it in, so they sprouted outside of the holes of the tower, but you pour the water in it, and that's it. Put the water in it, I put it close to the window. My grandmother had one, I had one. That's how we did it. All right now.
very
And
nice.
and tomatoes also. I do tomatoes also. That is a fruit.
So did you do those on like in the backyard or on a porch or like a patio
Both,
or both?
both,
Very
yeah,
nice. Very nice. Well,
both.
so you would come
Potatoes.
on it. You would come on. You did potatoes too.
Yeah, you can cut a potato in half, and everybody knows a potato is sprouting almost anything. But you cut in it, you cut the inner half, and then it starts sprouting. You put it in water. That's it.
Very nice. Very nice. So you would be willing to come on and do a prepper's potluck with us.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to it. We're just trying to figure out we're trying to survive around here.
Hey, we gotta build up that team. You know, you got me
Yeah.
on your side. I don't know where. What was his name? Haven't heard from him in like a year. They used to get on and he did the $20 store challenge.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know. I think I know. I can't get the name together right now. Can't get the name
Yeah.
together. The channel name together.
Old school wolf.
Yeah. He did that. He did that
Old
challenge
school wolf.
media. I think. Yeah. I'm not sure if that
Yeah,
channel
that's the
is
wolf.
if it's still in circulation. But I know I'm following another channel that does that. That does something like that out of the. He does a lot of growing. It's like Ranger something. I can't remember what's his name. Ranger. Yeah, I'll come up with the name of the guys, but he's got a really good channel too, and he's grown quite a few things. But he has a big lot, a big area to do things in. So, but yeah, we appreciate it so much. So work is pretty busy where you are.
No, it's known today.
Yeah, we've gotten some snow around here too. So, yeah. Let's see. Health Ranger? No. I can't think of it. I know I follow the guy's channel here. He does stuff, but I'm gonna try to get a special. I'll do our stuff, and then I'll also do like a special guest. Try to do a special guest too to come on and do some stuff. Because a lot of us don't have like 5 acres or 20 acres to do stuff with.
Right.
We need
Yeah, I see that.
right, we need help with that kind of a bit. We need stuff that we can do, that we can grow in smaller spaces, or I don't know I don't know a lot of farmers. Is what I don't know. So, but I'm going to as soon as I find this name of this channel, I know I have it, but. And he posted Ranger Rob Country Living. Ranger Rob Country Living. That's a great channel. He's doing a day ago, he did prepping Central Oregon, chicken, eggs, and food efficiency. Yeah. So Marty says also Ranger Survival and Fieldcraft. That's another one. Right. I need to add that. I thought I had that one. But yeah, you guys can put any of those in there if you want. Any ones that you think in the stream if you want. But thank you so much. What else is going on, DJ Vision Barnett? Are you guys seeing any uptick in the crime over there in terms of gas? Like we've seen people drilling holes into people's gas tanks here from underneath.
Yeah,
gas.
yeah. A lot of people are buying the gas cap lock.
Ah, there you go.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can get a pump and take the gas right out.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I can show you what it looks like there.
Okay, so DJ's got some in real time hacks for us for your gas tank.
Yeah. So, get you a siphon hose.
It's a siphon hose. You said?
Yep. So that's siphon.
So is that what people are using to take gas out?
Yeah, that's yep. That's that. You can put it right down in there and suck it right out.
Really?
You usually put it in there when somebody puts crap in your gas tank, or you got bad gas. Somebody got sugar in their gas tank from messing with a bad woman or something. Then you use one of those to get it all out and clean it out. But at these times, they're gonna use it just to get your gas.
Right. See, DJ is getting us like. So you said even the gas cap with the lock is popular too right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So how much are those running? You think those are going to go up in price because of that demand, or?
I mean, they probably are. Let me see how much they cost.
Yeah, well, DJ's going to show us the cost on the gas caps as well to see if you need one for your vehicle, you should get it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Have you got any gas tips for us on how to preserve the gas, or? So there's one.
Yep. That's the cheapest one, though. $17.
Will start you. $18 will get you going on the gas cap there with a lock on it. Well, thank you for that, DJ Vision Barnett. It's been a long time. It's been an extremely long time.
I was surprised I got a connection.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were able to come up. So when are you streaming again? Uh-oh. Oh no, it looks like we lost him like right at the crux of that. So Marty Lauderdale, thank you so much. She says, oops, my bad. I never watched Ranger Survival's channel, was searching for the channel name. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Marty Lauderdale. And thank you so much, DJ Vision Barnett. That was DJ Vision Barnett. He usually gives us some tips and hacks on crime, as well as he has a channel of his own. So, and then I think he's interested in our preppers potluck as well. So yes. So yeah, you guys, if you don't have a gas cap that you can lock, or if yours doesn't lock from the inside, that I think that would be good for you. So here we go. Here's DJ. There you go.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
That's okay.
I'm probably going to come on tonight. I just want to talk about what I was talking about last night in a live with a few of my friends. One is called The Wealth Mogul on Instagram. Yeah, you guys should check him out. And the other person is Sunni.
D
We
Wealth.
were talking about D Wealth Mogul. D underscore
D
Wealth underscore
D
Mogul.
Wealth. D Wealth.
D Wealth Mogul. THE.
Okay. D Wealth Mobile. Okay. Well, I will. I'm sure I'll get onto your channel. I'll be around to do that
Yep.
later.
So what we were talking about was what we were talking about yesterday was the holding Republicans accountable inside of the party because we're more independent because there's no leadership in the party as far as the establishment. Like when we have the established Republicans calling us terrorists and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's kind of over at that point. So
Hang on one second here. Hang on one second.
we
Thank you,
do
Marty
want-
Lauderdale. Thank you. Thank you so much. You gotta go. But thank you. We'll look forward to it. But you were saying that you guys are talking about like more. Basically, you need a different group of people than what we have.
Yeah, like holding the Republican Party leadership accountable, knowing the difference between conservatism, Republican, and not just going along and get along in the party, knowing that you can't get nothing done in the leadership. So it's knowing the corruption from both sides, all the way at the top, the corporate interests, and we were talking about that last night. We were talking about the corporate interests and how the higher you go up the ladder, that it's dirty business dealings and it's globalism essentially. It's crony capitalism. It's not even capitalism anymore. It's crony capitalism. It's corporate interests combined with the government and policies.
Very
combined with
discouraging.
laws,
It's
corporate policies combined with
it's
laws.
very discouraging, and it's not. Nobody wants to. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to vote our way out of this stuff. I'm not convinced.
Yeah,
Not at this. I mean,
I don't
because I'm
know
thinking
either.
that I'm thinking that
I don't have
another
faith in it.
another lockdown is what I think is coming. I think they're just flashing us for the midterms, and then they're going to go right back to control.
I mean, if they don't have faith in the midterm, how can we?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
if corruption is normal, then what do we expect? What do we expect now? What do we do? What do we do? What do we get dirty? Also, like, what do we do? Like, if it's not fair for us, then what do we do? We can't play nice. Like, nice don't work. Nice don't work.
I'm not sure, DJ Vision Barnett, but I'm telling you, we got a lot. We're going in the wrong direction, to say the least.
Yeah, like one thing I am upset about is people not calling the big hat conservatives out about catching the bad mainstream talking points and calling for the okie doke, because you want to hit every right wing narrative and you're missing a big piece of the truth. But it's the same thing that happens. We know it happens on the left, but once you focus on the left too much, then it happened on the right in your face, and then you don't pay attention.
Right. That's well said. That's right. And I'm saying I'm seeing it. That's why I'm kind of like not openly. I don't know if I've ever been. I was a little bit more openly on the conservatism, but I just think that I'm certainly not a left winger. I'm not Democrat, but I just think being independent and as Freedom Marcher says, take the clear pill at this point, because I think a lot of these pitfalls do happen on both sides of the spectrum, and it's easy.
Right.
But we're, like I said, we are missing like a lot. I don't have the answers, but I think we're missing a lot of mark. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we need. Since we all don't have the answers, we do know what not pretty know what not to be fooled by, as far as the non-mainstream people like us. But we need to turn our non-mainstream into mainstream. We need to. It's the information war that we're dealing with right now. That's what we're dealing with. Yeah. So, I'm about to get back up in here, but I had to tune in for a little bit.
Well, I appreciate it so much. We appreciate you, DJ, and I'll be looking for you on your next stream, and then and for the preppers potluck too.
All right, for sure.
All right, have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, that was DJ Vision Barnett. Thank you guys again, and I'm going to be wrapping this up here in less than 1 minute here. I want to say thank you to all. Two Hat says talking politics only leads to its existence. Why do people need representatives and or masters? Fair point. Yeah, we're in no man's land. So this has been a healthy stream in terms of time. So Marcy T, thank you so much for coming on and for all the things you do to support the channel, as well as Two Hats. Great commentary as always. Marty Lauderdale has been blazing, absolute trailblazing in here. I appreciate it, Marty Lauderdale, and thank you for coming over and watching our streams. Zero the Infinite, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. AZ Infidel was here. Alien Believers, thank you so much for coming in. Brilliant as always. Real Memories USA, thank you for coming in and shouting us out. Shout me out. Thank you. Joseph Francis Burton, thank you so much for always supporting us and always giving us the candor and being our and just keeping us on our toes around here. Thank you so much. And DJ Vision Barnett, thank you so much for coming up. Freedom's March was here. Thank you so much for coming up. And who else do we have? Yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you guys all so much. It's been a very stimulating stream as always, but I do think that Preppers Potluck will be really nice. And if I can get somebody to come on that maybe has like a larger property or estate or something, that would be even better. Yeah, I think that would be even better if we had somebody like that come on that could give us, could show us some things that we can do, some extra things that we can do. Because like I said, the components we're looking for would be, of course, we're looking for health, emergencies, first aid, emergencies. When I'm saying emergency, sources of power, emergencies, electrical stuff or sources of power to restore power in situations like that. Drinking water supplies, food, and even making, cleaning wounds, that kind of stuff, or just no problem, Marcy T. We're always thankful that you're here. He said you had to make Jell-O. Very nice. Thank you so much. But we're going to work on getting that Preppers Potluck out. And I would like to try to even have an agenda so you know what we're doing. And maybe the Preppers Potluck needs to be done in 2 parts so we're not cramming. I don't want you guys to feel like you're cramming, and I don't want those who are viewing to feel like they are crash course getting crammed. So yeah, I think that hydroponics one, if you guys want to appear on both of them, we can split them into 2. Yeah, because we have Marcy T with her wonderful nursing experience. We have DJ Vision Barnett, and he has our weaponry and armory and that kind of a bit covered, as well as some other things. He has other hacks too, hydroponics, you name it. And he has his own channel, so check out DJ Vision Barnett for sure. What else do we have? Yeah, like, and then I don't know, where is Anarchy Television? Like, what's the Faraday cage for some of the devices that you have that you're trying to make sure they work in an emergency? I don't know. And your food storage. Maybe I'll start doing some more shopping because in 60 days I'm going to make some changes. And maybe I can get in some shopping before then. Yeah, get some shopping in. Maybe I can hit the dollar stores or hit some of these, I think closeout stores. Sometimes we forget about those. Sometimes we can find real deals in some of those places. So yeah, thank you guys so much again. We're going to do one commercial and then we're going to be out. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll be right back. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys so much again for tuning into this segment of Black Spring with Autumn. And I want to thank all of my pop-up guests, which are fantastic. You guys add a different level of spontaneity and a wealth of knowledge to the channel on whatever day it is. I may come back tomorrow and we'll see. There's so much news out there. It's kind of hard to get it all in or to get the things that really, that really are important to people to cover those things sometimes. So I'll try to make sure that when I come back, we'll touch some other things. I've been pretty much hitting a lot of things on food and gas, the pain at the pump. We'll still keep that at the center, but and those hacks, but we'll certainly change some other things too. So with that said, I'm going to be saying so long and hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. If you have anything to share, you can also send that to, as I said earlier, feel free to send that to my Black Spring, the Black Spring with Autumn at gmail.com. If you're interested in making an appearance or presenting something of your own from any of the topics that we have in circulation right now, you're welcome to do that. All right. So until then, who knows, maybe tomorrow. I will see you guys next time. So take care.